wait to see what happens in this one.
I love the colors.
Thank you.
Yeah, the map is so pretty.
Thank you.
Is that water?
That's water.
You know I love water.
Yeah, you know we had to add some water in there for Gallet.
Ah, thanks, man.
Actually, this is how Tsuma's dad talks.
Oh.
You know, you gotta fucking...
Weird that he sounds exactly like the previous guy we were just talking to about.
Yeah, you gotta join the Red Wraith. You gotta, you know...
Hey,
It's original.
forget about it.
It's like building a new world and shit, and it sounded good. So, I mean, I'm on board.
I feel like, just for the record, I have to say, I don't know if Lula's here, but I hope she is, invisibly. Because
that's a
she
good
has not
point.
been around.
Well, she was following one of our groups, so, you know.
I was thinking about her today.
You know,
thinking
I
about
totally
her.
forgot that she was here. But that's a good point. Indeed. Ula. I mean, yeah, would you guys have taken her with you to this fight, or would you have been like, hey, keep the kids safe?
We could have left her with the kids.
Yeah,
That
that
makes
makes
sense.
It's up to you guys. I am not biasing.
I
you
mean,
either.
that sounds good to me. I feel like they probably
don't-
need an
I
adult.
don't think
Like,
we'd
it's
want her
needed.
at the fight for any reason. I don't think we...
No, we don't need her
Need
specific.
her.
I remember every other session before this, we keep forgetting her.
Yeah. We
And I
always
only
just play it off
remember
that she's
after.
invisible
Yeah.
following us quiet.
He doesn't deserve to be here, honestly. That's why we all forgot.
Yeah, she can
she's
stay
not
back.
much of a fighter, so... Oh, and just to be clear, by the way, on my...
Yeah.
The thing that I said about the picture that Liz drew, I was talking about their Gallet, not our Gallet, just to make sure everyone understands. That's what I meant.
Oh.
Yeah,
understood.
when I saw the reactions, and I was like, I figured you guys maybe didn't understand what I meant. I wasn't talking about our Gallet.
Oh, I understood.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah, no. Our Gallet's fine as the
Okay,
leader.
to be
Their
fair,
Gallet
to
should
be
be the
fair.
leader.
Yeah, no, that was far more personal on my end. Like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh no.
Why do you
Hey,
have to
tall-
make him Gallet?
Tall Gallet has a lot of room to grow, literally.
Gallet, tall boy.
You'd think it'd be hard for him to grow anymore, but you know, he's young.
Yeah, he's got so much more.
Somehow he's still got big shoes to fill. You know?
He'll find out who his parents really are.
Okay. Looks like everybody's here. If I do this, well, if I pop this out, will it keep me from hosting? Ah, that's so annoying. Can everybody leave the activity? And then when I say so, join back in.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. I refuse.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm waiting on you, Tylen.
What? Huh? Oh.
You can leave the little YouTube activity.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh. Oh, it's a mess. Discord, this is not very
Pathetic.
cool of you. Oh, okay, I figured it out. Okay, now you guys can come back. Sweet. Okay, cool. Nice.
Nissen cup noodles. Stir fry.
Okay.
Take out
So,
noodles, veggies.
at the close of last session, you guys had basically stormed the palace here, where all the residences of the major houses of the Sunrise Isle are located, heading specifically to find Suma's. Well, you came here to find Gawain, but upon running into honestly an incredibly helpful guard, probably the most helpful guard you guys have ever encountered, minus the ones that we're gonna show Ruby to the bathroom. He informed you that Suma's mother, Lady Amma, was being held in a prison somewhere, a little dungeon. Upon venturing off down there to rescue her, you found her in a very comfortable lodgings, relatively speaking, to a prison, um, and were able to undo her bindings by polymorphing her out of them and keeping her in Suma's sleeve as a snake currently. Um, with all that together, you guys rushed over to where the guard said that Lord Eru was waiting for you. I think I spelled that wrong. There's an H, is there not? No,
There
there isn't an H.
is. I might have spelled it differently at different times.
Yeah, your
But-
original one, like the very first document you sent me, did not have an H. But then I remember, I think you put an H somewhere else.
It's the transliteration from Elvish. It's fine.
Ah, yes. You found him there waiting for you, and you saw him fully kind of like decked out with the red eye emblazoned upon his chest with the lovely art that Liz has for us. The token is like reduced quality because of compression and whatnot. But please look at that in the lore section if you haven't already. It's really good art. You saw him there waiting for you, looking tall, imposing, and very red wraithy. Upon your arrival, he made a couple of statements about kind of having seen the light of the Red Wraith's cause, and that he believed that the blood of the ancients, the blood that runs through the veins a little bit in everybody, but especially in the people here of the Sunrise Isle, would be instrumental in creating a new world. And wanted, at the very least, Suma to join him, although you guys promptly shut down any notions that might happen and drew your weapons. So, at the very beginning of this session, let us roll some initiatives. As combat immediately breaks up. Ooh. Okay.
Oh, by the way, Suma, is your dad like you?
I was actually gonna ask this. Do I know anything about what his like style is? What he's capable of?
You know, that's an interesting question.
I mean, like in his normal
He
state,
has a
I assume he has
sword.
extra stuff, but
Yeah, he definitely
Um.
has extra stuff going on right now. He was kind of like fighter adjacent.
Mhm.
I would say, I mean, that's a question for you though, isn't it? Like,
yeah. I mean, I guess I would have thought of him as more of like a fighter, a soldier. Like he never really had to use those skills, but it's kind of like nobles get trained to fight in case they have to
Go
go
to
out
war
and
and
lead,
whatnot?
lead their people. So that's kind of the vibes that I was getting.
okay. Then you definitely know that. You know he's an incredibly capable fighter. Even for like a noble, he's one of those nobles that kind of like took it like really seriously.
He
Like a
takes
badge of
everything
honor.
seriously.
Like he just couldn't
Yeah.
not go ham, like honor. You know what I mean? Kind of,
Yeah.
kind of a yeah. So he's definitely an
Um,
extremely capable fighter, and you don't know to what extent he's being amped by
Mhm.
the powers he has been given.
Yeah, I will say to Gallet in sort of saying that I didn't previously know him to have much magic like mine, but who knows at this point.
Alright, and one more thing before we get started.
Yes.
Who has the rings? Just to.
Oh,
I'm
the
pretty sure
earrings?
I have one.
I
right?
have one too. You gave me one.
Okay, me and you.
Indeed. How very, very exciting. Okay. And do we have portents already rolled?
I don't think we have any
Um,
left. We haven't long rested.
You have none
No long
left.
I got mine back just now, and I rolled it already. It's a 13.
Ah,
We haven't that long rested.
okay.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
13's not bad.
Okay. then we will begin. Um, you see that it is Lord Eru's turn first. He, for his first turn, Suma, uh, I think probably in your youth, you would have some of your training would have come from your father. Perhaps in those very, very early days before you went off in your own style. And he adopts a stance that you recognize from those training days, which is kind of just like one arm behind the back, sword arm out, leaning forward, kind of not moving, kind of like daring you to come closer. And he's not going to take any offensive actions at this moment. You see that he's probably readying something or preparing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, then that
All
means
right.
Suma, it is your turn.
I have drawn my sword and I walk towards him, not dashing, just sort of a slow walk almost, in his direction. And I am going to take my sword and I'm going to hold it in front of me. I'm going to like sort of turn it so that I'm holding the hilt in one hand and resting the blade on the flat of the blade on my palm, sort of like out as if in a sort of non-combative way at this very moment. And I'm just gonna sort of last ditch try to talk to him one more time. And
What do you say?
I'm gonna say, you have always said that you care about family above all, that we should care about family above all. And I know you want to be respected. I know you want to be seen as a leader of your people. But if that's what you want, this isn't the way to do it. There is a way to step up for them so that the children of Sunrise Isle don't have to have scars on their hands, so that you can continue living this life. Because if you continue the way it is, everything you love, Sunrise Isle, Mama, and us, if you ever loved us, it's all going to be gone. You'll have nothing left to rule over.
That is where you are wrong, my son. It is only by following the path that I have blazed for our people that we may continue to survive. Not only survive, but thrive. This is the way. You see, he gestures around you, and you see the water around him in this little like indoor river that is kind of coursing throughout this chamber. It kind of like churns and bubbles and rocks. The water kind of comes alive a little bit. He looks at you, Suma, and he says, "The man you call the Red Wraith, he has shown me the most beautiful things. Things that I know to be true. Things that I have seen. He has allowed me to see on the wind. You know not the nature, the storm that comes, and as such, you know not the path required to weather it. So for once, why don't you listen to your father, be a good boy, and come to your senses?
I will let that sit there. I'll just sort of whisper quietly to my mother on my arm. Mama, I want this to work, but I don't know if we can do this without. I've never seen anyone come out of it before. So I hope you're right. And I'm just gonna let her like drop to the ground off of my arm.
Okay. Then on that note, your mother is going to come out of hiding and unpolymorph herself, appear before your father, and we're gonna give her a little initiative roll as well. I'm rolling in secret.
Go, Mama Lorelai.
Okay, she actually goes right after Sumo, fittingly enough.
Nice.
13.
So I guess I'm just gonna hang out here. I feel like that was mostly my turn. I'm just gonna dodge if I can. And yeah.
Your mother steps up to him. Gonna go right. You see, she kind of has her hands out like this, and she says, "Darling, it's not too late. It's not too late to quit this path, to quit this rampage. Look at your son. Look how strong he's become. Look how strong his friends are. If there is another path to be forged, they are the ones to forge it. Believe in them. And I believe that you can see the light once more." And your father just turns to her. Like, you see a little twinge in his eye as he is... You can clearly see he's struggling with her appearance mentally. It's throwing him off a little bit. And then he turns his blade and then points it at your mother and just says, "The first person to cross these steps will meet my blade. The first person to lay a hand on me or weapon on me will meet my blade. There will be no more negotiating unless you are ready. Come to my side." Stubborn bastard that he is. That is going to be all he says about that. You see your mother kind of like grips her staff and readies herself for battle as well. Alok, your move.
Okay. So I should be able to attack him, and he won't attack me, which is awesome. He'll just like a broken
free hit.
NPC. He'll just stand there and keep getting shot. So,
Look, I said they have to step on the stairs first, so you just take pot shot.
I'll just let Alok take care of this. Oh my god.
Alright, let's see. So a little clarification on the map. So, we're inside of a building, right?
Yes.
So okay. So like this is the wall, and like this is outside.
Yes.
Okay. And then how high up are these platforms?
They are 15 feet high.
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
The water is 5 feet deep where it stands.
Okay. Is it 5 feet below the floor, or like how far?
Below the floor. Like the water goes down 5 feet.
And where's the surface of the water? Is that like?
It's right
probably
next to
doesn't
you.
matter.
It's like at your foot.
Okay. Okay.
So the
probably don't
surface is like
matter,
a little bit
just-
below your feet, but it goes 5 feet down under that. And you can assume that it continues underneath, like where these little like wooden walkways are. So theoretically, you could swim under here and resurface up here. If that makes sense.
Okay. I think not a ton I can do. They get sneak attack here. I guess I could just stand here, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Do we want to spread out? Ruby, you have no health. Wait. Did we?
Yeah, I don't.
Did we
Has
know
that
I
been
could
the
do this?
case?
Yeah, no, we're sort of running on fumes right now.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
We're gonna
Do
die,
we,
guys.
do we have a plan? Like, what's our end goal? We're gonna try to knock him out, I'm guessing, right?
I think that's the plan.
We didn't discuss the plan, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if we did. It was been 2 weeks. I didn't know if I was forgetting. Alright, I'll just,
Yeah.
well, yeah, I can't really spread out if I want to get my sneak attack. I'm just gonna do my steady aim and shoot. Just gonna keep it simple for now.
Okay, from right
See
there.
where we go from here. 18.
Okay. You watch as the bolt streaks right towards him, and he just jerks his head to the side with kind of like an unnatural. It doesn't feel like he does it. It looks like it happens to him.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like ultra instinct, just bolt. Yeah. Streaks by
Oh no!
and into the opposite wall.
Outfit
Alright.
now. Like the supreme outfit.
Alright, that's it. Yeah, nothing else I can do.
Okay. At the end of your turn, Ayla, as the first person to fire an attack, my freaking camera's out of focus and I'm frustrated by it. You watch as Lord Erulai takes his sword, makes a sweeping motion with it, and in a twirl, he vanishes from his place, disappears, and then you hear something next to you. As he vanishes, his form swirls up from the water right next to you, and he appears right at your side. He is going to take an attack against you with his legendary action with his sword. Ooh. That hits you, but I'm gonna roll again so you can see it. Okay, I'm gonna roll that again. Ooh, does the 17 hit you?
That just hits, yeah.
That just hits?
Yeah.
You watch as he slashes out at you from the water. Kind of like in the same motion he twirled around in place is the same motion he comes up with as he comes up out of the water. Kind of like splashing water across the place, landing that blow against you. Okay. Anything from you, Alok?
All uncanny
Uncanny
Yeah,
dodge. Dodge. Okay, got it.
It'll make it 5 damage.
Okay, got it. All right. Gallet, it is your move then.
Okay. First thing, just letting you know, the little green spot is supposed to represent fields because I brought fields.
Got it. Awesome.
Let's see. Is he standing on the water?
He is like one with the water, right?
How deep is the water?
The water is 5 feet deep, but yeah. From like he's like standing kind of on top of it, but like it's flowing up into him. It's 5 feet deep underneath that.
I'm worried I can't make the jump over the water.
10-foot jump. You can swim really good though.
Yeah, no, I have a swim. Can I? Okay, question. I have a
Huh?
swim speed, and I'm pretty sure that also applies to being decent in fighting in water.
Mhm.
Do I lose anything if I am not prone? I'm just 5 feet below him in the water. Does that hurt
I would
me?
say no. I would say no.
I'm going in the water. Going
Okay.
right underneath his feet.
Okay.
And I'm going to take out my scimitar of memories.
Sumo, we're gonna see like baby photos of
Didn't go
you.
wrong.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
no! What are you
Oh,
gonna
please
see?
hit.
One,
Unfortunately, a 16
No.
and an 11. Neither of those are gonna
And
do
I'll
it
use-
against.
I will use my bonus action to bring out the special little dagger that I forgot the name of, but Hex Dagger. And I'm going to stab. Dang
Not
it.
gonna do it.
That's unlucky.
He's a tough old man. I give him a billion AC so that Liz knows.
He's just
what
like
it feels
dancing under the he's dancing over me quite literally as I'm trying to like swipe him.
It's almost as if the water is fighting against your blows.
How
It is like
dare it?
redirecting your swings there. Ruby, it is your move.
Hmm. So we established that we're fighting Suma's dad, right?
You are
just
fighting
feels
Suma's
weird.
dad.
This is unprecedented for us, I think.
It
'Cause
truly
usually we
is.
just avoid the parents.
Yeah, honestly. And I think we have good reason if it brings us to murder. Or patricide? Is that what it is?
I
Yes.
decide.
If we want to
No.
start a trend, we can always go back to kill.
Back to Paleo.
Yeah, there you go, Paleo. To kill your mom. Like,
Oh my god.
She was
Unless I have
nice,
to.
but we didn't meet your dad.
Gotta
though,
clean
so.
up.
well, yeah. I mean, just keep it going.
There's a lot of stuff
Everyone
with
has
dads
at
in
least
this.
one bad parent.
That's true.
Yeah, there's a
Never-
lot of dad stuff in this campaign. I don't know where that's coming from.
we never
Anyway,
talked to Dad, so.
I'm within 5 feet of him. We get
yes, you are. Yes, you are.
okay. I have to stay, or he gets an opportunity attack.
Yes, he would.
Okay, I guess I'll. I'm just so low on health right now. I feel like first I'd probably do bless.
Okay.
Bless
Oh.
y'all. Here we
Bless you.
go.
I'm blessed.
Is that
You are
Way
everyone?
up. I feel blessed.
Well, that's everyone except for me. Yeah. Assume you get it too. I will just do spiritual weapon.
I
Can I do that? No, I can't.
believe
I
you cannot do that. Yes.
My bad. My bad. Then I will just hit him with my warhammer.
Okay.
Go get him.
Oh wait,
Damn it.
if I hit him and he's in water, doesn't that like? Is that good?
I will say you're hitting him. He's solid right now.
Okay.
If you miss bad enough, if you roll under a 10, you're gonna shock Gallet.
Bring it.
But surely you won't.
I mean,
It's gonna
what
be
are the
great.
odds?
Okay. That also does not
You have
hit.
advantage.
You have bless.
I don't think she is blessed, does she?
No, I
she's
was
the only
gonna
one
give
she
it to.
excluded.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, but you are flanking with Alok,
You are
right?
flanking
so-
with Alok.
Get him.
Oh,
Could
so
roll one more time.
Get old man Jenkins.
That's not gonna do it
Nice.
either. He is popping off right now. Yay! I get a bad guy that.
He's
that
too much
doesn't
like
get
Suma.
ripped
This is
apart.
horrible.
Sorry.
I
He-
still haven't said what the exact number of the AC is.
Yeah,
yet.
It wasn't
His-
18 for
his
God's sake.
HP better be 18.
Okay. Well,
Just
at the
like
end
mine.
of Ruby's turn, but right before his turn, he's gonna take another legendary action. And he's gonna stab Gallet right below him. You see, he
Mess up.
takes his sword and it like summons up some of the water around it, and he pierces it down towards you. Please note and appreciate all the attack names.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Wow.
god. I got hit by tough love. I did get hit by tough love.
That tracks.
That it truly does. Gallet, you take 19
Holy
points of
fuck.
damage.
I mean,
He takes
sorry,
25 cold damage.
Damn!
But
nice.
he still takes 25 cold damage.
Ah,
Okay.
you hit
Fire
him.
first
That is
damage.
the
Let's
first.
go.
Yeah.
Hey, he has been hit. He has been hit. He can't
dead?
dodge that. He can't AC tank that. He's looking spry as ever, and it's his turn now. So you know what? I think what he's going to do is he's gonna get the fuck out of dodge. He's gonna use that thing that he can do to disappear back into the water and reappear. Ooh, where do I want to put him? Oh, surely we gotta hit Suma, right?
Yeah, you
He
got it.
slinks back into the water, shoots back up, This is what happens when you misty step away from me one too many times. I'm just kidding.
So is he?
I
Um,
never did that to you.
Or is that an ability?
It's more of an ability. More of an
Okay.
ability, and less of a. He doesn't really have spells. As Suma noted, he was not a spellcaster in his time. He just kind of has supernatural abilities from his Red Wraith pact in a
Like
way.
a ghost.
You know what? And what is he gonna be able to hit Suma with? I think he's got to give Suma some tough love.
Ooh.
Oh no, he just
I
teleported.
was,
So
What about,
I
like,
was
familial love?
dodging.
I feel like
I should
you
say.
are dodging, and you have a billion AC, but he can
Oh,
only
not
use.
right now. I don't have
He
the
actually
AC
can
right now.
only use Judgment at the moment. He's gonna try to swing at you. An 18 hit you.
An 18 would hit, but I will shield it.
You shield. You see he slashes out at you, like the water kind of like whispering off of his sword slashes out. You put up a shield, and you can feel the unnatural force behind it. This person, like this guy, had dad strength to begin with, but there's a little extra juice in him now. He clashes against the shield and he goes, "Think of it, son. Think what you could do if you take the throne that was always meant for you."
I never
And then
wanted
breaks
it.
off. Your
Um.
greatest folly and mine. That's gonna be the end of his turn. Suma, that is your move.
Wow. Okay, I'm blade singing as my bonus action, and then I'm going to reach out with a second level burning hand, and I'm going to try to reach my hand out to like basically point blank burning hands right on the eye on his chest to try to sear the symbol off of it.
Interesting. That is a dex save
It's
for
a
him.
dex save, yes.
Okay. And he is gonna make a little bit of a dex save for that. Not the spryest old man, but still pretty spry. And a natural 19.
Oof.
He is
Okay,
going
so
to
he
save.
takes half damage. So that is 17 half to 8.
He flames burst out from your hand, and you watch as the water rises up, steam kind of like immediately erupting from where heat meets water there, and you see it kind of scalds him a little bit. He flinches slightly, but remains his eyes fixed upon you. Any more from Suma?
Nope. Gonna hang out right there. Making eye contact.
Excellent. All right, what's your mom gonna do?
Help.
Or random.
Maybe we can still talk to him. I'm sure. she'd
You
say
know.
that.
I didn't even make a persuasion check. That's how stubborn he is.
Maybe Gallic can talk to him.
I got something
I'm
for-
convinced.
Lady Amma is gonna lift up her staff, call upon the powers within it and herself, and she's gonna cast Raulothim's Psychic Lance at your
Gosh.
father.
Who is Raulothim?
She's so cool.
It was
I don't know how strong you envisioned your mom being, but
I'll take whatever you're willing to give me.
we'll say she had the 1/4 level, and this is it.
Fair.
Okay. Your dad's smart, but that's not his strong suit.
What is it by any chance?
On an
Oh,
11, he's going to take full damage from this. Well, actually, he's going to burn a legendary resistance to not be hit
Aw.
by this. He's going to take half damage. So, Ralph's Psychic Lance, if that had hit, if I was always going to legendary save it, but he's going to take half damage from that. Recognizes the strength of the spell already from... He knows your mother. He knows what she can do and understands this is a powerful spell. And kind of like calls upon the magic of the Red Wraith to nullify its effect a little bit. He would have been incapacitated until his next turn, but unfortunately, he is going to get another move here. he is going to take a legendary action at the end of your mother's turn. And he is simply going to step over to her. You can get an opportunity attack on Natsuma.
Will I use that? I feel like. Yeah, why not?
You see him going for your mom. Like,
Yeah,
you see where his eyes go,
yeah.
and you see what he
Um,
wants to do.
Okay, I'm doing it. Do.
Okay,
24.
that's gonna hit. Be
Yay!
crazy if I said it missed, huh?
I know, it would be terrible. 5 whole points damage.
He takes that hit, that glancing hit, looks back at you, then looks towards your mom again. He draws his blade, summoning the water back up onto it. Give me an insight check, Suma. Unless you're gonna do something else.
I will. I was just gonna yell at him like as he's going, as I'm
Oh.
hitting him, like,
Yeah.
don't lay a hand on her. I will. That's
You watch on that nat 20. You watch the way he shapes the water around his blade. He shapes it such that the water will hit her and the blade won't. He's going non-lethal specifically. He's not trying, like, he's trying to knock her out with this, not trying to, like, cut her head off, if that makes sense. Which I don't know how much you. That's very little comfort for you, I'm sure. But
it's
as he,
something, but not enough. Yeah.
as he renders his tough love, a 16 is still gonna hit your mom, who's not wearing any armor whatsoever. Going to deal only 10 damage to her. Perhaps almost representative of him pulling his punches with her a little bit. But he's just trying to knock her out of commission for now. Alok, it's your move.
Okay.
Baylock.
I got a couple questions. So,
Yep.
when he teleported over and attacked, was it clear that it was through the water, or was it with wind?
He emerged from the water.
Okay.
Like the water materialized into him.
Okay. And then second, what is lighting up the room?
The sun.
Oh, it's daytime right now? Oh, because we waited. That's right.
I guess.
Yeah,
it's
you guys
like
waited until the
sunrise,
morning.
Forgot
basically.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is there's like a retractable roof at the very top of this that allows the sun to shine like point blank down here. There's like a little lens that curves the sun down so that it's always pointing point blank there.
Okay. We'll leave it at that then. I will move on over to here.
Mosey on over.
Yeah. And, what do we want to do? I guess I'll just take a shot. Just shoot. No advantage.
Okay. 23 is gonna hit. Okay, 26 damage? Or no sneak attack, because Lady Alma is within 5 feet.
Yeah, I would do sneak attack. Yeah.
Okay.
And
yeah.
I'll do my Whales to the Grave for. Well, yeah, I'll do it. I'll
The
do
double drop? Hell yeah.
I forgot how much damage that is. I think it's just half my sneak.
Yep. Half the dice.
Just round it up. I thought I had a thing for this. I don't know why I don't see it. Oh, there it is.
Okay, an extra
2 damage. I rolled a double 1.
2 damage?
It's
Oh,
just,
okay,
it's just
okay.
2.
Okay. Got it.
Alright, that's it.
He flinches at that and he looks over at you, Alok, and you feel that he's recognized you as a combatant worth dealing with. Let's see, what is he gonna do now?
And yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Unless I can hide behind the stairs there, but I don't think I can. It doesn't look like.
It's a bit too high. Or so too low, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I
It's like
figured.
at the where the stairs are about to come up.
Mhm.
Gallet, your move.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Well, in water, I have 40 feet movement speed, and on land, I only have 30. So, would you say I'd be able to make it at 35 feet?
You can swim underneath it. That's a little
Oh,
bridge.
This is under. Oh, sick!
You can swim
Oh.
underneath. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say earlier. Like these are little bridges that like. So it's not like water stops here and there's more water here in the little like pond.
Oh, that's
it
why.
goes under. Yeah.
Okay, going under. I mean, I'm still not gonna be there, but still. And yeah, can you move that for a second?
Who? This guy?
Chino.
What?
What? Am I the only one that has you holding down a rule? Okay, never mind. It's there. It's gone. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, right here, I'll use my bonus action for the tentacles.
Okay. Let's get you a tenty. Do I have a better thing for this? I don't. I think this would be kind of cool though.
Ooh.
We size this down. It looks like a tentacle, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty.
Kinda, right? Like if you just don't think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's using the moss. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's like seaweed on it, right?
Yeah, seaweed on it. Exactly.
And it's gonna. Yeah.
17 does not hit.
Okay, and how far is he from me? Let's see. God dang it! So fast. Okay, do I have anything that's slightly ranged? Give me a second. I might have one thing that is slightly ranged. Oh baby. Get in the water with me. Get in the water.
Oh, a strength save. I'll warn you, he's very strong.
Not
But-
strong enough.
Well, we'll see. What does he get to that? He gets a +7. Well, an actual
He's strong
12
enough.
is going to save. He is strong enough.
Darn it. Okay.
Does that still do damage on half? Or
Nope.
no?
It's
Nope.
just.
Okay.
Well, let me.
Lightning
target-
streaks out, and he shrugs it
Yeah.
off.
And Fields moves, but I can't control that, so I'm gonna try and make a new one for Fields.
Oh yeah, I can't control it either. Actually.
Okay, I can't. I'll just do this. And Fields is invisible, by the way,
Okay,
So-
it's invisible.
right there. And
Excellent. Okay, well, he hasn't moved since his last legendary action, so he's gonna take another one,
God
and he's
dang
gonna
it.
strike, try to knock out Lady Amma once more. That tough love is gonna hit. Another 12 damage.
I'm gonna
there.
use my reaction to reduce that damage.
Okay.
Well,
Ooh.
oh, thanks, Titanic. Then -5.
-5. Okay. Suma, carrying over the 20 insight check,
Yeah.
he is lashing out in what looks to be, from what you can tell, shame. Like, he doesn't want her to be a part of this. Which is why he is leaving, kind of like focusing on her right now. Like, the moment she struck out at him, he's like, I can't have you be a part of this. I need to make sure you're not a part of this before I do anything. So you guys do have that for now. Ruby, it's your move.
I'm about to kill your kid. I can't have you watch. I'm sorry.
Oh, by the way, it should have been 3d6 my Will So Grave. I think I forgot to level it up at level 9.
Oh yeah, roll another one.
So it rounds off. Could this be 6 more?
Hey.
Hey. Okay. Actually, also before you take your turn, Ruby, think about it. I need to I make a bio break really fast. Sorry.
Wow.
No, your work. No worries, you're good. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
My brain is like a lot mess right now. What if we change tactics and we take Uma's mom
Okay.
hostage and we're like, hey, you
Okay.
care about this?
You
What do you
know,
mean? When you say hostage, what do you mean?
We're like,
Interesting.
Because, I mean, I can dimension door her away from him.
So how far are we dimension dooring? From the
Well, I don't know. It's an option if I wanted to get her out of his.
I mean, he's not gonna kill her, so it's up to you.
I think, I mean, I don't know what he'll do on his turn, but I was planning on sort of interposing myself between the two of them.
here's what I'm saying. Your mom is an excellent meat shield. That's all.
I know, but
Yes.
it's
Look
wrong.
at that HP she's soaking up for us. That's
I
so
know
good.
you wish to protect your
Emotions.
mother as you see your father trying to actively stab her.
I know. But the RP.
Yeah, the RP is that we enjoy him not attacking us. No, I think it's
The
I
RP
think
is
it's
us
okay.
wanting to live.
That's fair.
I mean,
Oh, gosh.
she uses magic. She might just have Misty Step. We don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Should we strategize? I don't know.
Spare the Dying is if she goes unconscious, but
Well, he was only gonna knock her out.
yeah,
anyway.
if he does non-lethal attacks, you don't need Spare the Dying. It does the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know what we do here other than just damage, but we're missing a lot of attacks.
Like, I have a lot of control water-esque things, but I just don't think it would be helpful.
If maybe you disconnect him from the water, maybe he can't teleport anymore.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Okay, so
Ooh,
I could try
actually
to
might have some.
Wait, can
use it like
you
this.
destroy water? Do you have create destroy water?
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh, damn.
And
know if
I
that's
didn't
what you got.
prepare it. Oh, I did!
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't sure if it was something you got from your subclass. I don't know what Storm gets.
Prepared it though. But I don't know. This is like it's up to 10 gallons. I don't know how many
Yeah,
gallons.
it's
this
probably
is.
not gonna get.
Yeah,
much.
this is
Then
a bit
the
more.
control water is
Water, can you just sort of move it all out of the area? Like push it away from him?
that's what I'm wondering.
I haven't read the whole
Is
thing since it's
control
long.
water
I know,
the
'cause
cantrip
it's-
or
Oh,
is that the spell? I don't remember.
You control
what?
any freestanding water inside any area you choose. That's. You can
And-
create a trench. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Like Moses.
I mean, we don't know because he's only used that one teleport and attack with the water. But then when he just attacked your mom, he did
He's
teleport
used-
to the water. He walked, so like he might still be able to.
No,
do
no,
it.
but he still teleported to get over there. He teleported to get to us, then he teleported to get
Yeah,
over there,
but-
and then he just chose
But he
to
was
walk.
standing here fighting Suma, and then he used a legendary action to just walk. So like, he has a legendary action to teleport the water and a legendary action to just walk. So it might not do much getting rid of the water. He can still move and attack. It seems. I guess we're gonna ask Chino in case it was just like a flavor thing that he walked.
Like it gives him his like connection to the Red Wraith, you know, like not just the teleporting, but
Maybe, yeah. If it does that, then
I don't know if that is the case.
I keep trying to burn the spiral thingy, or like mar it somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what I'll probably go for. Bye. A secondhand embarrassment when your friends meet your parents and your parents are weird.
your parents try to kill them.
You're like,
Yeah,
sorry.
Sorry, my parents try to kill
Relatable.
people so often.
They're kind of power
They're just
hungry.
little goofy.
My dad's usually not a cultist.
I promise.
It's just a phase.
That must have been tough for the lies family. The lies.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Ruby, if you're ever like, I want to get in there, but I'm worried about my HP, I'll polymorph you. So just get near me. If you ever like, I'm done being the back lines, or you're really low on HP, just get near me.
Does polymorph like give you more HP?
No,
Yeah, all of it's fake. All of it is fake.
So like,
Oh.
And
if
if
you turn
you're
into a big
running
monkey,
in,
you
then
run
I don't have to
then-
concentrate too hard on it.
Yeah, you get like 100 something HP as a big monkey, and then you won't lose it until he either loses polymorph, or until your HP goes to 0 from the monkey. So
The
So it's a
only
lot of
issue
extra
for
space.
that for me is I have literally no ranged spells, so
Yes.
I will be sort of just like giving you a thumbs up in the back while you do that.
I mean,
It's cool.
do you have like a crossbow or anything?
Nope. It was a
You want my
decision
crossbow?
to have none.
I have a crossbow. You
Yeah,
want
if you
far
could
away?
just, yeah, if you, let me. Is a crossbow a simple weapon?
It depends on
think
which
it is,
crossbow
right?
it is.
It's a light crossbow.
I think only hand. Actually, I don't know if hand crossbows are either.
It's the one with the poison arrows that I got from. What was that thing? Floating island.
It's simple. A light crossbow is
Hand-
simple. I think. Item rarity
I
standard.
don't even see the light
Or
crossbow.
simple crossbow. Yeah, ranged weapon, simple.
Oh, it's martial. Simple. Yeah. Oh, that's weird. Actually, Okay, so the light crossbow is the only one that's simple. The hand isn't. But...
To be fair, a hand crossbow does seem like it would be harder to use. To me, at least.
Maybe,
Those the
yeah.
one-handed ones?
Yeah, like you gotta,
Mhm.
you know.
I feel like
You
the
know,
bolt would
it's
fall
these-
out if you held it sideways.
You wanna die? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you really want my crossbow, I can give it to you. Because I usually don't go for it.
That's the game plan. If you ever would like that, you just like drop it. Here you go.
I was just gonna stay back and do Call Lightning at the
Oh, that's
fourth
not
level.
bad.
Yeah. 'Cause right now I'm saving my last third level for Revivify in case shit
Smart.
goes down. Yes. I still
Wait.
have 3 fourth level spell slots.
Damn. Okay. Well,
Oh.
I have a lot you can
I really
do. with
don't
that,
use
though.
them. Huh?
A lot, because like the call lightning, he cast it once.
Hey, also, can you be just a little bit careful with the call lightning when I'm still in the water? Like, give me a heads up.
Well, if you look up, you'll see it. So that should help.
I'll tell you, Gal,
You'll see it coming
switch.
It's just leave it. Bye, Suma.
Glub glub.
Having
Don't have a
a
swim
big
speed.
moment. This is where it ends, father. Straight into the water, hit with a lightning bolt.
Yeah, it's a good way to go.
The twist too, because Sue literally got Revivified earlier today, right?
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna be rough on you to die twice in the same day.
Yeah, it could happen.
It's not gonna happen. Onward.
Who are we, the fate fighters? Or is that depending on?
So, just to clarify, we're fighting him because he wants to fight us, right?
He's asking for it, honestly.
Is he actually? Is he instigating this?
Well, we were trying to get him to not be a cultist anymore. So hopefully we can do that somehow. Without chopping off his arms and legs.
We tried to spell magic?
I didn't prepare it today.
I think I might have. Wait, let me see.
Gal, how many spell slots you got left? 2 still, or 1?
I did not prepare
I
it.
don't know if you used the armor before. I mean,
Yeah, I use armor and I use the polymorph in the ring for the mom.
Okay, hello. Sorry about that.
Greetings.
Got tied up with my folks. I didn't have to fight them or anything, but you know.
oh, okay. Good to know.
Okay.
So that's not normal?
Sorry.
Bit disappointing.
Apparently not. I could have fooled me.
Okay,
All
now you're
right,
just making
Ruby,
it
is
awkward as we're
is
killing.
your move.
I know, Ruby.
Maybe?
Oh,
Your
is it?
move.
Oh, I'm going.
Sorry, my
Yeah.
fault.
I saw her start dancing. I figured.
I thought you were just really excited to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait. Out's in the water right now, right?
Gallop's in the water, yes.
It's fine.
I should not do this yet.
Yeah, hold on to it. You're a little
He can
bit.
take it. Look
You
how
can-
he's
you
full
can-
health.
You can hit off
I-
to the side. You know.
I want him to hit me one more time before you do that.
Okay, then in that case, let me try the question tuna. So if I were to do control water,
Yep.
oh, would that work in a place like this? Like if I did like the trench one, the water's
Sure.
all technically like connected, right? So
Yeah, sure. What do you want to accomplish with that?
basically, I just want him to not have access to the water anymore. I want it to be like
You want him to kind of like fall down briefly.
yes,
He's like kind of like part of the water right now. It would like make him drop down to like bottom of the little trench here.
right. Yes.
Okay, go for it. Okay, you destroy up to 10 gallons of water. I want to say.
It's not destroy. Sorry, it's this one. Control
Oh,
water.
the one above that. Okay.
Yeah,
There was a lot
yeah.
of stuff there.
Yeah, it's a lot of text.
Yeah, there's a
I was
lot
gonna do
of.
part water. I apologize.
Redirect-
You cause
Part
water in the
water,
air to move
that is.
apart and create a trench. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you successfully do that. He can't do anything about it, and he is going to fall. I will remind you, this
You
breaks your
lost
concentration on bless.
Yeah.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are
Um,
concentration spells. But this is cooler. That's what I'll
This is
put.
pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
Our folks.
Besides, it's not like I'm gonna hit him. I'm just there to get hit.
And then I'll just move behind. Is this a pillar?
As a pillar indeed, yes.
I'll stand behind the pillar.
Okay, but anything with your move though? Anything with your action?
Oh,
You are gonna do it?
Do it. Okay. I will do it.
You'll do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Science.
You part the water underneath him. He goes. He drops down and hits the floor right where he stands, right here. Stumbles back a little bit. You know what? You just made him fall 5 feet. I'm just gonna roll a little.
I'm just telling the way down.
Yeah. Let me just roll a small little thing. See. Okay, yeah, he doesn't buckle or his stance or anything like that. He just drops down perfectly after you do that. But he has seemingly lost access to his teleportation for now. So you have accomplished that. You still have your bonus action. You can ring the bell, I believe, is what you can do with that.
Oh yes. Good
Okay.
idea. Thank you. I'll ring the bell then.
Okay. And does Gallet drop down as well? Is that affecting Gallet or no? You're gonna having that because you can have extend. So this water goes further out this way as well. Like basically underneath this entire platform is just water.
Great.
So you can have the trench extend that way instead of affecting Gallet, or you can get Gallet in there too.
I'll do the way that doesn't affect Gallet. So
Okay.
he's still,
And you'll
he's still
do it
fine.
out this way. Perfect. Okay. Then at the end of your turn, he is going to use a legendary action to walk up to Gallet and strike you. Because he's gonna have disadvantage on this. I want to say because you are kind of behind a wall of water and he's trying to attack you through it. So it's kind of acting like a wall of water spell. Actually, I would say it wouldn't be disadvantage. It would just adds. Let's say you'll be like in cover basically. We'll add +2 to your AC. But that is not
Hit.
gonna. Okay, well, at least it wasn't at advantage or anything.
Oh.
He slashes out at you, 9
Oh,
damage, hits your temp, I believe.
Yep, so 25 cold damage.
Another 25 cold damage to him, braces against it. Okay, at the end of that reaction, it's gonna be his turn once again.
Well, how much damage is the natural 20? That seems rather important.
He didn't hit you with that.
Oh.
Wait, what? I'm confused. So was I?
I just rolled. You got hit by the 25.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank goodness.
Yeah. I just wanted to roll for disadvantage just to see if it would have made a difference. It did not make a difference. Okay. He can't do much except hit you again, Gallet. So he is going
I'm
to.
free.
He's gonna
I'm
do
free
that.
and available.
He's gonna do that. He is
Yeah.
fucking rolling. That's a 19. Another 16 damage to you, Gallet.
Ooh. Let's see. So that'd be 60. I'll be 59. Okay.
Okay. And the part water.
Over the next
Oh.
round, it begins to go back. If that's what you're looking for.
Up to a cube, up to 100 feet on a side. Yeah, so he can't do anything with his water stuff right now, which means Suma, it is your turn.
Let's go, Waddle! Let's go, Waddle!
Okay. All right. If I run up over here, he's down a little bit below. Can I reach him normally? Does he have any cover, or do I have any advantage, disadvantage? Because he's below me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you're gonna have to hop down there with him to get a good hit at him. It's a bit of an awkward angle, I would say.
Yeah, it is. I'm contemplating things that I have. Okay, I'm gonna try a new little spell that I haven't used before. I'm going to summon 6 flaming swords around my body, and they sort of just like rotate in a circle around me, and when I cast it, I can send up to 2 of them towards him, and he will have to make a dexterity saving throw.
For each?
For each of them, yes.
Nat 20 on the first one?
Oh, and he's doing sick tricks down there.
He fails the second one.
8, 12, okay. So, that will be half of this for the first one, and the full this for the second one, and I have 4 of these left that continue to rotate around me.
Okay, excellent.
And I am going to just sort of interpose myself. I know he's not next to her right now, but I'm going to sort of stand next to my mother and say, you should probably stay back.
Okay. Excellent. Lady Ama's turn next. She goes, you might be right. She takes a couple of steps back. Stretched her. She's gonna, move back over here towards the platform. What is she going to do? She's got some. Ooh. Let's not do that. That's a bit troll, actually. I was gonna have her cast haste on you, but that might actually not be good. In case that breaks at some point for whatever reason. Let's see.
No way that would happen.
No way that could possibly happen.
You should actually have her cast it and then just immediately drop it.
Yeah, just to fuck with Tuma.
Yeah.
Actually,
Wow.
I've been on his side the entire time.
Oh no.
Gotcha, bitch. Yeah, just kidding.
Aw, it would be so good though.
She's gonna cast Tasha's Mind Whip. Gonna poking out a little bit at his weaknesses. Knows he's not the smartest person. But a
Bless him.
16 is still going to save. going to take half damage.
Your mom seems very annoying to fight against. It seems like everything she does so far is psychic.
Okay, that'll be Lady Alma's turn. At the end of her turn, though, Gallet's gonna get stabbed. Still,
I mean-
still behind cover at 29, and that is near max damage. But that's all he can do for now. Alok,
Are you
your
where
move.
I want you?
Oh boy. Alright. If I... So... It's kind of like a weird angle because he's down below here. Would I have a better angle up here? Like, would I be able to see him fine?
You might have to
50 up.
climb up to be able to shoot down. Yes.
Yeah, okay. And then I will go ahead and move up there. Are there, like, railings? Are they see-through? Like, is it, like...
There's railings, but you can see over them. You can see over them. Yeah.
Well, like, would I be able to hide behind them? I don't know if it's like pillars or if it's like a flat wall.
We'll say it's like a flat thing.
Okay. Well,
because that's more fun.
Right. Yeah. I don't know if I want to do it first though. Does he seem still kind of distracted with the mom and like Gallet, or is he like?
Yeah, he seems kind of stuck there for the moment.
Okay, I'll hide and then attack. Then.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
Okay, definitely get sneak attack on this one. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll that damage.
My hero.
38, 40, 48 damage on that.
Right in the clavicle.
He has gone from feeling still pretty confident in this fight to looking pretty fucked up after that one. Looking plenty fucked up after that one.
Eat him.
He is looking real bad at the moment.
Hey, look, my boy.
Okay.
That's
Gallet, it's your move. He is so shooketh by that he doesn't even take a legendary action afterwards.
Sweet, this is my moment. Water's my thing, and I'm gonna bring out my scimitar. Oh, it hits. It doesn't hit.
That hits.
All right, yes, it possibly give me his memories.
He has a 0 modifier to this. Both of those are gonna hit.
Let's also make sure we're doing.
And
Yeah,
both in that
give me more
one.
memories.
Oh no.
And a
Yeah.
10.
Which
no.
memory, dude? Choose.
Okay.
Remember from when
We
you were
of
10 years
course,
old. I think that's what.
we of course are gonna have to quiet the music down for this one, and pick something a little bit more. Wow, what music shall we pick for this? Let's see, gotta go
Only
with
Cinderella
D&D.
story.
Yeah, we gotta go with some D&D emotional. Actually, gotta be this one. Okay. Gallet, you slash out at Suma's father. And when he is so rocked by the impact of Alok's bolt that when you cut into him, that bit of blood that comes out, something pale and silvery gold kind of comes out with it attached to your blade, which crawls up the flat of it, up the handle, up your arm, and into your soul. You begin for a moment, even as you're thrusting out to connect on the next blow. Memories enter into your mind. You are looking out at Gawain Redshield, your former commander, your former captain, in your brief stint as kind of an official partner of the Shield there on your first official mission. That there was never a second official mission, really. Actually, there was two. There was Beta. You were looking over at him, and just Gawain kind of has his fingers tented in front of you. And he says, "It would be wise of you to consider our proposition. I understand you may have your doubts. I understand you may have your qualms about it. If you would allow me to show you one thing, just one thing, make your decision then, and after that I'll leave you alone." And you find yourself nodding. This man who has brought tidings of your son, who has been traveling the far seas with some group of hooligans you have very little knowledge or awareness of. This man seems like he can be trusted. He holds a high and decorated position in the Shield of Celestia, an organization that you are aware of. It carries a certain prestige to it. You say, "Yes, I will." Gawain takes you out on a walk in the woods, in the forest, a part of the Sunrise Isle that you yourself haven't even been in a very long time. Gawain gestures out at the forest, comments on the beauty of it. He says, you are of course well aware of where all this came from. Of course, it's my business to know. Well, there are secrets here, perhaps have been hidden even from you. Gawain leads you further on, and eventually you come across a little clearing in the woods that seems innocent, seems innocuous. Gawain lifts up a hand, his entire body shivers with a red pulse, and a magic unwinds itself from something in the middle of this clearing. There is a large stone obelisk. Upon it, runes inscribed in Sylvan, a language that you are able to speak and understand fairly well. You see, he turns to you and says, You can read this, can't you? You understand its significance." You look at the words written upon the obelisk. It recounts, for lack of a better word, prophecy. Prophecy that one day there would be a child born in the bloodline of the Sun Elves, a child with unprecedented magical potential and power, a child stronger with the old blood than any born in the last few millennia. You rack your mind about it, and you come to one singular conclusion. You know who it is. You know exactly who it is. You turn to Gawain and you say, "Where is the child?" Gawain says, "To be frank with you, I don't know. I don't. It's something that me and my associates that have been trying to unravel and discover for a good long while. To no avail. It seems that whatever forces are conspiring to hide the child, they are powerful forces indeed. But I wish to offer you something. Prophecies are mere suggestion. At least in my eye, and the eyes of my masters. It does not need to be this mystery child. It can be another. It can be many. And the talent, the power hidden inside, does not need to come from the one. It can come from the whole. Each and every person on this island can contribute to something greater than themselves, can contribute to a softer, more beautiful world." Gawain lifts up a hand, and the wind whips up around the both of you, and you begin to see things. You see visions of paradise. You see sun elves amassing a massive kingdom built upon an island 20 times the size of the Sunrise Isles put together. You see yourself lounging back in an old, like a little, a nicely decorated room overlooking the sea. And from the distance, you can see your son leading your people in this promised tomorrow. And then the vision shifts. It shifts, yes.
Is the second strike the one where it shifts, or is it gonna?
It's gonna shift again. You've hit twice, and
Yeah. Let me know when the second strike is coming.
Okay, I will let you know. He rolled a nat 1 on this, so you're getting a lot of pertinent information, and we'll get the juicy stuff, juicy goo goo gaga suma stuff after.
Oh.
It shifts to a vision of complete destruction. There is nothing left of the Isles. Every ounce of civilization has been ripped and torn to shreds by a storm of unreal, inhuman proportions, unnatural in its monstrosity, cruel in its scope and its violence. Gawain rips you from that vision and says, "We do not have the power of the child, or at least enough to measure up to the child. One vision, the second vision, will come to pass. If you rally your people and aid us in our designs, the first will be made to occur. Do you understand, Lord Erulai?" You nod, but your eyes are like twinkling with that vision. You would do anything for it. Anything. And so you do. The pain of the mark is immense and unbearable as it sears itself into your skin. A crack of lightning descending down from the sky, impacting you where you stand. You hold your ground. Gawain remarks, "Most people don't stay standing after that." You look at them, you look at him, and you say, "Until my son is fit to rule, I must lead the way." That vision, that memory cuts. Gallet. The second swing is coming.
Okay, yeah, So Gallet fully believes with how much he got there, he really wants for this next swing. He wants to try to make it connect to the earring and let Suma see with him.
Ooh. Ooh. You know what? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, I will allow
It's all
this.
about being connected.
I'm gonna throw Liz a curveball here.
What?
Because that would be, I think that's fun. What memory of Suma and Eru does Gallet see and that you, through the earring, relive with him? This is the first time a scimitar has been used on an NPC created by a player character, so I would like to give you some agency here if you would like to take it, or I can improvise some Goo Gaga if you want.
Gosh. I think. Well. It's his memory, so I think that I don't know. I feel like it makes more sense for you. I feel like it makes more sense for you to do it because
Okay. It's just if you want to control, I wanted to give you the chance.
yeah, no, I think that is cool, but I think since it's very much what's on his mind, right? So I feel like
Remember, it's
should
like a
point
minute
to
ago
that,
when we walked
maybe.
in. It's just
Yeah.
Valid. You and Suma relive a memory together. You are tall and mighty, standing straight at the balcony of the Lai estate. You are there with a much younger, much tinier Suma, who can't be any older than little Sela was, the little boy that you had picked up earlier.
I don't know if she's there, but Azura might be there.
She's not there at the moment. It's just you two for now. You see, you look down at Suma, and Suma gives a little. Oh God, I have to voice Suma. Is this the big punishment then? To look out at this view? It doesn't seem so much like a punishment to me. And you feel your heart stir a little bit. You look out at the lands at the Sunrise Isle, and you look down at your son, and you say, responsibility. It's something that runs in your blood. Duty to family. It's something that runs in your station. Two things that I feel at times you have been slow to learn. I want you to look at it. See its beauty. See its wonder. And I want you to know that there is a magic in this place, unlike any other in the world. We are closer to the heart of true magic, of true beauty, than anywhere else. When you get older, you will live out your destiny, you and your sister. You will stay here and rule our house, and mine in your mother's stead. You will rule it well, because Lies are one of the families upon this island who has not yet fully forgotten our roots. When you are older, I will explain this to you in further detail. But our blood runs old, older than most, and that carries with it a certain responsibility. We carry within us potential unmatched across the Isles. Your duty is to hone that potential and use it to serve your people. And you will do so by following my orders to the letter. Do you understand?
I have been like fiddling with something on my tunic for the last 2 minutes. Yes, Papa.
He looks down, he goes, "That's a good lad." Looks out at it, and he says, "Responsibility is a heavy burden, but it is one that I'm raising you to bear. Do not run from it. Grow from it. You understand?" And you see you grab your son up by the armpits and lift him up onto your shoulders, which is maybe something you don't usually do, but you're feeling a little bit emotional right now. And I think little Suma, for a second, kind of goes, "What are you doing?" And he just goes, "I just want you to see it. I want you to see what I see." And the memory cuts.
God.
Yeah, he
So-
was always like this.
So much harder when it's PCs.
Gallet has a bonus action to stab, but I think right now he is not gonna stab. He is not in the right mindset. That dad stuff got to him, so he'll end his turn there.
Okay. Ruby, it is your move. Also roll damage for that. Oh, you did already. 16 damage. Okay.
Okay. Well, did not witness any of that. Well, she probably has a guess because.
Gal's crying.
I'm in the water. You don't see it. You don't see. I'm in the water.
I'm weeping for some reason.
Oh my god, guys! Really?
That was the last time he hugged me.
Um. No, I guess I will create my spiritual weapon,
Okay.
and then I will get it close-ish.
Okay.
You can probably run closer than run back.
I could do that. I could do that. You're right.
Let's do that.
Okay. I'm a little bit scared to get close to him, but what the hey?
You could cast it up to 60
Yo.
feet, so.
Oh,
Hey,
really?
That's nice.
Okay, look at Schneitz. Let's go,
Okay.
Ruby.
Yeah.
Spiritual weapon and boom, bops him in the head. He also experienced that memory. He's like, what the fuck? And he immediately gets clocked in the head by a spiritual weapon.
You're right. It is 60 feet. That was 25.
Yeah, you can only move it 20 feet, but
Right. That's afterwards, though. Okay.
yeah.
Got it.
Um, I'm just gonna give you the glowing mace that I always, because that's the easiest. Bonk. You bonk him right on top of the head.
Damn.
He kind of like doubles back a little bit. He is bloodied. You see like there's blood kind of like coming down the side of his face. There's like a jagged wound from Alok's sneak attack. He's been cut up by Galet's sword, but he's staying upright still. The picture of strength.
Feels weird now. I feel like getting up on this old guy.
We've done worse.
I mean,
On
fair.
initiative count 20.
Wait, I have my action still, right?
Oh, you do still have your action, absolutely.
I will do my cantrip. I'll do
You
sacred.
can cast a
Flame.
spell. You can cast a spell. Oh no, you just cast spiritual weapon. Just kidding. Yeah.
I can
Sacred
do a
Flame.
cantrip, right?
Yes, you can.
I'll do my sacred flame.
And meets the DC exactly on that one. He
Okay.
manages to. It's actually less of a dodge and more him like almost collapsing from the strain of his wounds, and like buckles a little bit. He is badly wounded at this point and on his last legs. And then something happened. Galet, you are in the water when it happened. You watch as your vision begins to turn scarlet, begins to turn red. Ruby, behind you, everywhere that spell, as the water's kind of like rushing back in at this point, almost because the part water lasts for one round, right? The water is rushing back in. As it does so, you watch it is rushing back in red.
I think it's slowly though, right?
Yeah, it says
It
over the
lasts
course
as
of the
long
round.
as you maintain concentration, and then after you aren't concentrating
Oh,
anymore
is
when
that the case?
I think so.
That was a little
Oh,
unfair.
yes, that is how it works. That is how it works. Okay, then everywhere that doesn't affect begins to turn red, and I guess everybody give me a perception check for that. Okay. Oh, good. Oh, goody.
The water's red.
Can I use human determination to reroll?
I would love if you did that, Dylan. I would absolutely love it.
I'm in the water. I should see water. I don't see water.
Alright, so
Oh my god.
they have a portal. I don't know if
Didn't
we
put
think
your
it's a portal.
goggles on.
I will say that
That's right.
all you guys for sure clock that the water begins to turn red. What none of you clock until it's too late is the figure that emerges at the end of the hallway you came out from. As the water turns blood red, a figure rises up from the water. Like the water kind of like buckles up like that, almost forming like a circular portal through which something materializes. Alok, when you hear this, you turn and you recognize this person. The rest of you perhaps have no clue. Gallet, you are in the water and actually can't see from the angle that you're at. But Alok, the woman that you encountered all the way back when you had invaded Gawain's ship, hears from the red water. She rises, steps forward, her heels not quite click-clacking on the water as it did on the deck of the ship, but certainly commands a certain presence as well, despite it all. Perhaps it's the stylish, flashy entrance through the water. She looks over at Eru, who looks up at her, kind of having like sensed through their connection with the Red Wraith that her presence was there. Her voice calls out, honestly, when I heard that the harbor was under attack from not one, but 2 pirate ships, I kind of expected that maybe you were wrapped up in doing something important. Well, look at you. Beat to a pulp by a couple of kids. Gallet, even through the water, you recognize that voice. I will give you the choice right now to rise and look or to continue turning away. You can hear her though, clearly. It's almost as if her voice is reverberating through the water into your ears.
I'm gonna roll a d20 for my courage.
Oh hell yes.
I have no courage at this. I'm scared. I'm staying down. Maybe she doesn't see me.
She kind of surveys the scene for a second and says, honestly, Eru, you're a terrible father. If you paid any attention to your kids at all, you'd know that that one has already made up his mind. Do you really think you could beat him into submission? He'll fight until one of you is dead for good. You see, he, like, finally summons the courage, like, he, like, stabs his sword into, like, the side of, like, the little wall there and, like, pulls himself up upon it. He says, you leave our business to us. And you see, she says, listen, I'm just the messenger here. Gawain heard tell that some ships were being attacked, and he was wondering why you weren't on it. That's all I came here to ask and check up on. I'm not even really here, to be honest with you. He looks over, and those of you who can see her, all of you minus Gallet, notice she spots Gallet in the water. And she says, if I were you, I'd give up on trying to convert your son. If he's hanging out with my son, and there's no doubt in my mind he's become just as stubborn. And you see, she says, she kind of turns to move back into the portal. Looks back at Eru and says, I know this isn't how you wanted to do it, but boss's orders. Gallet, hearing her voice, you do not have the courage to look. Is there anything you want to say to your mother before she makes disappear into this portal?
Honestly, he's just a little, just like too frightened, and he just doesn't know what to say. Like, this is terrifying to him for a whole nother degree.
She kind of like walks towards the water, almost like parts it like a curtain, takes one look back, and you see her eyes burn red. Like a glow comes out from it. She says, "Don't shoot the messenger." And then kind of like walks into the portal. The red water from down here begins to pulse and expand, and you watch Eru clutch at his chest as the mark upon it lights up with a searing light. You recognize this transformation, if you will. You recognize the effect of it. It is similar to what happened to the man who was initially in charge of taking Nila. It is a sort of a giving over, but this one seems forcible. He does not seem to be in control of this next thing that he is doing. He steps back, and the water pumps and pumps and pumps. I need everybody to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh man.
Okay. Okay. Gallet and Alok, you are both, as a wicked pulse of energy emanates from Eru, you guys are like kind of almost also overcome by it. You feel a little like pressure in your mind that is threatening to cave your brain in. Suma and Ruby, however, you remain unaffected by this, and you have the opportunity to react in this moment. In an instant, the water rushes and expands with a ferocity that you have never seen before. It is as if water has been drawn in from somewhere else and then transported into this room as everything in the room begins. Waves kind of jump up from the tiny little indoor river and begin to cover and rise up. Suma and Ruby, I will give you the opportunity now, and we're doing this a bit out of initiative order. We can return back to it in a second. As the water rises, you can choose what you want to do here. You can try to get to higher ground, or you can try to do something else, if you would like.
I'm gonna do something really stupid because that's what I do. I think seeing my father going through whatever the hell he's going through, this like transformation that I saw once before, and I had to cut that guy's head off, and I don't want that to happen to him. I'm going to leap down to him, closer to the water. Yes. And I'm just gonna reach out, like, I think he's facing away from me right now. So I'm gonna grab his shoulder and turn him towards me. I'm gonna hug him. And in his ear, as he's like struggling against this, I'm just gonna say, Father, still haven't given up hope on you even now. Please. I need you. Mama needs you, and your granddaughter needs you. You have to fight it. I'm gonna just try to
Go ahead.
pull him up by his bootstraps.
Go ahead, Suma, and give me a persuasion check with advantage. On an 18, you witness something that you've never seen your father do before. Not in front of you. It is part of a secret that he has promised he would clue you in on for a very long time. But you see that he takes his hands, and you recognize the stance from the instinctive one that Mila had taken when she activated the power of her old blood of the ancients. And Lord Eru summons up every single ounce of it that he can, and you watch as a shockwave erupts out across the room. The foundations of the temple shake. You see bits of debris start running down from the ground, start splashing into the rising water. Suma, you watch your father go blank. He topples backwards at the release of this energy. But something else comes out of him as well. You watch as the mark burned onto his chest kind of like constrict and contract, pumping as if his own beating heart, and something rips out of it, a volatile, pulsing, crackling ball of blackish reddish energy that pulses out of him and then expands out into a creature. Your father, calling upon whatever power he had, every ounce of the old blood he had under his control, the power that he wanted to entrust upon you, the secrets of accessing and understanding, he uses all of it in this moment to break the seal, to break the curse, to break the pact. He topples backwards. You are unsure. Yeah, I think you were able to like catch him, and he shrinks back down to normal size here as he does so. But the thing that comes out of him is unleashed. You are there in the trench with him when the water begins to rise. Ruby, you get a move. I will say that something is going to happen here that is going to negate an effect that is created by your control water. I will say that once this thing happens, you will still have access to control water and may use it again to create a different effect. Cool? But in this moment, you have the choice to move or to do something else.
I go for Alex' mom.
Oh, she's gone, BT Dubs. She walks
She
past
left
the room.
already?
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
okay.
outie. She was just there to say
bye.
some stuff and leave.
Okay. I don't know what to do. It's like I can't really help Dad or Alok at this point, right? Like it's already moved.
The bell's been rung. You can help yourself.
Okay. Yes, I should. Yeah, maybe I'll heal myself a little bit.
Okay. You also have your movement. I will give you movement as well.
Okay. Okay. Let's move. Where's? Okay. I'm gonna go Irish.
Up that way. Since you use your bonus action to cast Healing Word, you can still dash.
Where's the thing, by the way, that came out of Suma's dad?
I haven't placed it yet because I did not plan on doing this.
Right. Mm,
He was supposed to have a phase 2, and he's not gonna have that anymore. It's a different phase 2.
I guess I'll go by Lady Alma and just
Okay.
we'll be chilling together.
Okay. As this occurs, the blast of psychic energy from the forcible activation of the pact, the sudden rush of water, Suma diving in to attempt to reason with your father unleashing a power from within him, burning him out. To what end, we don't know, but something detaching from him. The world, as everyone's heads go fuzzy with the sudden rush of energy, the world goes red and the water rushes up to around here.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well.
How disgusting is it for someone that breathes in water?
It is
Well.
foul. Just inhaling it. I need Suma and Gallet to give me Constitution saving throw.
Like your vampire fish. Vampire mermaid.
A shark would love these waters.
Suma on a 14 con save, you are incapable of holding out this water from entering. I think just the rush of everything you just did, of rushing to catch your father, when the water rushes up, you are slammed by it and take in a bit into your system as it begins to flood the little trench that used to be there. We're gonna do a little bit of damage to Suma. You take 17 psychic damage.
Ooh.
Gallet, you have that halved.
Psychic damage?
Psychic damage as it rots away at your soul, essentially. And okay, I need to find something.
I think I got you covered. Hold on. I went above and beyond for this. It's fun.
Wait, don't we have a boat?
You don't have to use this, by the way.
We have a boat in our little bag thing.
Oh, I simply gotta now.
You don't have to. It's just that you can't find anything.
I'm simply gonna have to do that now.
Okay.
So you guys watch as the thing that comes out of Lord Eru, the personified evil of the curse, emerges out from him and takes shape.
Oh my god!
Right there.
Is the last thing I was expecting.
We're gonna add a turn for him.
I felt like he needed a top hat. I don't know why.
We're just gonna roll a fresh initiative for this
Ryan,
thing.
I just want to
Gonna
say,
get a 7.
best fan art, period.
This is my second one ever, too.
Where
Ooh,
even had
geez.
artistic talent?
Ooh.
Well, I'm always just saying.
We got the curse coming out. And we go back to Lord Erulai, who's actually no longer a combatant. He is out of it. Whether that means dead or unconscious, we don't know. Suma, it's your move.
Oh gosh. How deep is the water?
It has come up to 20 feet
Oh, okay. And
from where you are.
so I'm swimming, like treading water, I assume.
Yes.
Or am I like underwater?
You begin your turn underwater.
And this the curse, is it like sort of just a large, like humanoid kind of looking? What does he look
Yeah,
like?
it's this large humanoid being of like red energy. There's like black spots of like dark crackles of energy that look almost like a smiley face with like angry eyebrows.
Sure.
And you see that venting out of the top of it, this dark energy venting out of the top of it looks reminiscent to a top hat. If you were to, pull shapes out of clouds in that way, it kind of looks like if you had to put a name to what it looked like it looks kind of like a dude in a top hat
Cloud
a little
looks
I'm
bit.
sorry,
Cool.
guys.
I love it. Okay, I guess. Yay. I can't leave Papa here after I just went through all of that effort. So I'm going to swim, dragging him. I don't have swim speed, so I assume it's very slow. I'm dragging him as much as I can over to the platform.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
I'm great. Hey.
Wow.
I think like
Look at that.
summoning
Wow.
summoning almost
Desperation.
like mom energy to like pull him up.
Yeah.
I will let you take your normal amount of movement. I will not let you be weighed down by him right now.
Okay, cool. So in that case, I will. I have 40 feet, so I'll get him up onto the platform and just sort of, I guess, deposit him at the feet of my mother, and say to her, I don't know what you can do. If you can get out, get out. If not, take care of him. We'll take care of this. And then I'm still, actually, let me see if I'm still concentrating on my, flaming swords. Let's see. I am. Yay. Okay.
Nice.
So I will, as a bonus action, unleash 2 of those at this curse being, which is a dex save. For
Owl
it.
thing.
Save.
Uh,
Okay.
two dex saves.
1 and 2. Miss fails both.
Okay, so it will take the full. Wow, 9 points of damage. Okay, vertical.
You barely even ruffle the top hat.
Um,
It remains fixed upon its head.
no worries. And then, gosh, I will. As my action, I will summon a draconic spirit.
Okay.
And I will conjure it almost out of the water. It forms as, like, almost looking like rubies put together in a gem-like facade. And I will make it resistant to psychic damage, since I took that.
Okay.
And thus I am also resistant. And yeah, that'll do it for me for right now.
Excellent, excellent. Okay. It is Lady Alma's turn. Oh boy, how long has it been since it's been her turn? Let's see what she's going to do.
And the spirit is large, by the way, and I don't have control over it. Sorry, just noticed that.
Fix that for you. Controlled by you.
That's a wildly new spell.
That work?
All good.
Excellent. Okay, cool. Your mom is going to grab your dad, look at the curse thing, and then dimension door out.
Yo!
Yeah.
So she's gonna take him out of the picture and do what she can for him.
At
On
the
the
end of the
outskirts.
day, Lord Eru lived. That means we lost in a way, I think.
In a way, you know? Not really.
I did fail the game show. I did
I
not
wanted,
get the prize
low key, I wanted you guys to kill him. That was like my plan, but this feels more fun, I guess.
Damn.
I really wanted you guys to kill him. He was
Okay.
supposed to like do
Now
like
you
a.
wanted to have more emotional damage?
Well,
no.
there's still a chance after the fight. You know, it's not.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. You know
What
what?
did you say,
I
it's possible,
promised. I promised this arc would be less dark. So you know, we're not
That's
underdark.
not
We're
I didn't promise
overdark.
anything.
I'm sorry, but this is plenty dark. Look at that top hat.
I know, very sinister. Actually,
I'm
let's
sorry,
make it even
guys.
more.
That's my bad. I made it way
Let's-
too.
It's
Let's
too
make him-
scary, dude.
Even
Graphic.
more sinister here. There we go.
Oh,
no.
There we go.
This might be beating
There we
the
go.
arc. This is.
Do we have
yes.
to make saves against the frightened condition?
I think you kind of do actually.
I
A-Lock. A-Lock, your move. Also, wait, quick thing. Suma, your Draconic Spirit goes on your turn or its own initiative?
Let me double check. It shares my initiative count and takes its turn right after mine.
Okay, so then it's actually the Draconic Spirit's turn.
Okay, cool. So it is going to going to attempt to use its breath weapon. I don't know if the creature is immune to psychic damage or not.
Try.
Yeah. If it is not immune, it takes a dexterity saving throw against that.
Okay. 15.
The DC is my DC, which is, I believe, 17. So that is
Okay.
a failure. So
Take that damage.
it is going to take only 3 psychic, but then
Get 'em.
it can also attack twice
AA?
with its claws. Let me just read it real quick. Arr. Yep. I don't think it had advantage.
Okay.
So just
But the first one's gonna
I
hit.
assume.
Yes.
4.
Bum, bum,
Mm-mm.
bum. 12
12
damage.
points.
Okay.
Hey.
Taking some hits here. A-Lock, your move.
Nice and easy. Just steady aim. Bop. 22.
And a hit.
That's it.
Okay. Another extra 21 damage. You still have whales.
I am out of them.
Oh, was it just one?
Yeah. Well, I have 4. It's been a long day.
Oh, it has been a long day, hasn't it? Okay.
I have
It's
a
about
soul
to get
drinker, but
longer.
I don't want to use it. I want to save it. So.
It's about to get so much longer.
Oh.
You watch as the curse being adjusts its top hat, pulls it off of its head,
Oh.
reaches into it, and then pulls a single bolt of lightning out of it,
No.
and then throws it into the water.
Such a cool trick.
That was so
Um,
neat. I'm gonna die.
Oh no.
I need. A-Lock is good. Let's see. How far above the water is the Draconic Spirit?
Is the cursed being like rising out of the water at all, or is it level
Yeah.
with like how tall is it?
I'm gonna say it's like above the water, like standing on the water.
I'd say however tall its head is, like I want it to be kind of going for the face area, so
Um,
however tall it is.
Okay, cool. Then your Draconic Spirit is gonna be exempt from this as well. I'm gonna need literally everybody here. A-Lock, you're up. Everybody here but A-Lock to give me a dexterity saving throw. Actually, Gallet, you fail it automatically because you're in the water.
Hype. I'll use my reaction to try and mitigate some of that damage.
Meow. I'll use my sword to succeed on that. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. The lightning arcs throughout the water, and everything inside of it is zapped instantly. And you see the lightning crackles up out of the water and strikes out at both Suma and Ruby. Suma and Ruby, you are both able to kind of like dodge out of the way to avoid being completely singed, but it is still going to leave quite an impact on you guys. We're really looking for a low roll here for y'all.
Sort of hoping for a low roll over here.
We're
We
hoping
can
for a
take
low
it.
roll, but who knows what'll
I'm
happen.
sure it's fine.
Lightning
know.
usually is a.
I wanna
damaging-
preface this by saying this was gonna be weaker when it was Eru doing it, but for him to live, this thing has to be powerful. If that makes sense.
Don't pull any
I don't know. I'm
punches.
not too scared of the high damage.
Okay, well, that's the worst thing.
I'm unconscious.
Unconscious.
Wow, that's a Gallet just went down.
It was
But
perfect.
Suma, you take
Right,
half.
Yeah.
Oh. So that's what? I can't count.
Numbers 18.
17, 18? Okay, I have 2 hit points. That's great.
Ruby, you take half as well.
I will use Shield Master, so I take no damage.
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
Yo.
Nice. Yeah.
I don't know if that technically
Yes.
works, but like, the shield.
Yes,
stays
you
in
can.
metal.
You can do that. The shield just bears the full brunt of the electric charge and disperses it outwards. That is fucking awesome. So
Nice.
you are totally good. Suma, make a con save for me for the dragon.
Right.
I believe.
Yep. So DC, what was it? 18?
Yeah.
I don't have him anymore.
Wait, it's half? It's
Oh,
half.
half the damage you take.
You take, right? So it's actually
then DC 10.
10.
So
Still
I
DC
do have-
10.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it was luckily, yeah. And that'll be it then. And it's
Hey.
Gallet's turn, who is unconscious.
Hey, let's see.
Gallet, go ahead and roll me a little death save here.
Ooh.
Okay.
Sure.
And Feels is at least Feels is here, and Feels can do something here.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Feels. I'm gonna be nice for the first time all campaign and say Feels didn't get hit by that.
Oh crap! Is that? Look, if you want to be consistent with it, I'm fine.
I'm pretty sure I saw her nosedive into it for some reason.
I would assume she was hovering, not
Yeah,
ground
she's
level.
yeah, she's not.
You know,
ground
I would
level.
assume she was like higher up off the ground. So it's
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, she can probably make it, and I guess.
I'll avenge
Question. Question: when you're in the water, can you even imbibe in a healing potion?
I'm gonna say, Gallet, give me a charisma saving throw.
Eh?
On a 19, the around your neck, you have been carrying something for a good little while. The locket of Pisces. The locket of Pisces, as you fall in the water, opens up and it bends the water around you so that there's like air all the way around you, and Feels is able to navigate through that and drop you the health potion. It's useful for more than just 2 spells and swim speed. It has other effects that we're now discovering. Cool. Gallet, Feels is able to feed that to you, but I believe that probably takes your turn, no?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I imagine that's all I can do.
Okay. All right. Ruby, it's back to your turn. I will remind you, you now have access to your control water spell again without having to cast it again. It's just still active.
Can I do the same effect? There. Is it an action to move it around or no?
I believe it's an action to use it again, but it is not a spell cast.
Okay. I would like to use it to do like the trench
Okay.
thingamajigger again.
You cast the trench again, 100 feet by 100 feet. Cube. Whereabouts are you like gonna put it? Like that, perhaps?
Yeah.
I can
You get it.
draw
It's like that,
It's
basically.
big.
We'll say it's this entire cube. That seem right to everybody? You can recenter that if.
No.
Do you want it to be centered like on Gallet, who's the only person in the water currently? To kind of get him out of it, like. 'cause you
Yeah,
can
I
put
think
it-
I'd move it further down just so that because I don't think we're probably going to use the top half of the map much.
Unfortunate. Okay. We're gonna say that this is 100 feet. Okay. It's something like that.
Thank God you cast control water.
Yeah, I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. I wasn't close at all, but yeah. Let's just say it's up to the pillars. It's up to the pillars, is where it is. I really had this plan for this fight to go this way and prepared this cool like sunken map thing, but then control water was so fucking good that I had to kind of work around it a little bit.
Sorry.
No, it's good. This is the exact situation where that spell would be good, and now it's paying dividends.
This is
Cool.
why you prepare control water for indoor spaces.
Exactly. You never know when it could come in handy. Okay, so Ruby, you clear out that space instantly, and the curse drops. Actually, it hovers. But Gallet, you drop. Actually, you never got the chance to move, so you are
Yeah.
fine. You are where you are. You're still probably prone. But you are good to go and are able to breathe and are not affected by the water at all. Neither is Feels. Ruby, you still have your bonus action.
I'm going to do mass healing word
Absolutely.
at level 4.
Okay.
Oh, yo,
That's 6 HP to everybody back.
we take those.
Oh, hell yes. Okay. Unless you have any more movement, Viv, that'll be Suma's turn.
I'm gonna move this more to the center because I don't know if that helps at all.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Sweet. Suma, your move.
I am going to back up next to Ruby. And actually, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm right up to it. Because I love chaos, and I'm gonna try to fireball its head
Okay.
up in the air, and I'm gonna try to catch it on the edge so I don't hit anyone else.
Okay, hell yeah.
And I'm gonna do it at a 4th level
Ooh.
for a little extra damage. So it's a
Nice.
dex save.
It's not very dexterous. It's not very dexterous.
Yo.
No, it's not. Okay, so that is 96.
He knows the spell, guys. He knows the spell.
Okay,
So
Ooh,
cool.
Jesus.
6 points.
Another 26 points of damage. Suma, you blow its top hat clean off.
No.
Fucking hated that thing.
Take it
And
back,
it does
Suma.
not
Take it
look
back.
happy about it.
And then I'm going to direct my dragon at the end of my turn to circle around so that I can give him advantage. And he's gonna do samesies as last time, so dex save for the breath weapon, and he'll reach out with his claws.
That's gonna hit.
Is 25 more points of damage
Ooh,
and
okay.
a dex save.
Damn.
Excellent.
Okay, so he just takes
He takes both
half.
hits and then.
So 5.
Okay. That'll be another 5 damage to this thing. This thing is a tank. This thing looks like it's like every bit of latent potential power that pact would have had released all at once in one act. This thing is still standing, and it looks still pissed. Suma, anything more from you? That's it, right?
I'm just hanging out.
Okay. Alok, your move.
Alrighty. Alright,
20's gonna hit.
that's my turn.
35 damage. Okay.
Consistency.
This thing, you've just beat this thing up. It's going to turn, raise up both of its hands, and fire a lightning bolt through you and through Ruby outwards in a line
Ooh.
that way.
Ooh.
I need,
Question.
yeah.
Is that a spell or an ability?
You know, it's not technically a spell, but fuck it.
Oh, it's a spell.
Okay. Counter spell, you reach out and you rip the spell out of its hands. It cranes its neck all the way around, hatless, to look down at you, Galad. Its hands are still facing in this direction towards Suma and Ruby, but its head is looking at you.
Pay attention to literally
Galad.
anyone else.
It's your move.
I mean, as long as look, if I have its attention and all that, there is a question I have.
Yep.
And I feel like it must be answered. And
Hmm.
so I get up to it.
Why do I have a feeling I know what the question is?
Oh
Oh my
god.
god.
Do you have memories?
It's been alive for
Um,
minutes.
I will
or
remind
seconds.
you though that you are still in a trench, and it was hovering above the water when the water was up, and
Oh,
Ruby
okay.
has just pushed the water
I'll
out.
use my bonus action to cover up.
Okay, we're doing it. Okay, we're doing it. A 17 hits.
Do I have advantage because Suma's on the other?
Sure, dude.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so that's still, and then that. Okay,
Saves the first one.
dang.
Fails the second one.
Yes.
Galad, I'm gonna need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
All right, hype. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
No.
On
Way.
a 22,
I
you
know.
slash into it,
Wow.
and your brain is blasted by like the equivalent of like static, like just static, like if you turn on a TV to max volume and put it on to just static, blasts the inside of your brain. Like all you can hear and think is this sound.
Okay.
It takes the damage, but it does not have any memories. It just
Ugh.
got existed.
I don't like that.
Suma probably heard that on his end too. Just like,
Yep.
don't do that, Suma.
Oh, don't worry, I won't.
And feels goes up like 30 feet high and turn.
Okay. Ruby, back to you.
I will move spiritual weapon and hit
Okay, where'd
him.
it go? Right.
It's with this.
It is? Yeah, give me an attack roll.
Ow.
That's gonna hit 6 damage to this thing. Bonk. It's beginning to start to waver. The energy contained within it is wavering a little.
Would you consider this a weapons attack?
I would specifically not consider it a weapon attack, unfortunately.
Had to try.
I respect the hustle,
Then I guess I will do. Oh no, I can't. Then I guess I will just. That was a bonus action, right? The
yes.
movement hit him. I will just shoot with my crossbow.
You can still cast a spell.
I can still cast a spell too.
Yes, just not a concentration one, or else you drop the water.
Yes. Okay. I will do Sacred Flame again then.
Okay. Fails this one.
Hey.
Okay. Takes that damage. It bits and pieces of it are being chunked away from it as you guys wail on this thing repeatedly. Suma, it's your move.
All right. Time for good old sword.
Kill it good.
Here we go. One and and a 2 and a 3.
15, 20, 24 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
And
Wail on this thing.
and my dragon is going to help me out a bit.
Okay, hits.
So 30 more
Jesus.
points.
Okay.
And
a
a
dex save?
dex save.
You know, I always thought to myself, Sumo was lacking on damage. I'm really happy.
4.
Okay.
Okay. That's it for
It's
me.
still standing, but it's looking pretty bad. Alok, your move.
Finish it.
22 is gonna hit.
God.
30 damage.
And
It is.
I'll use my soul trinket to just do the extra 3d6.
Yeah. Top hair. Harry.
Oh, I was so close!
Damn. Yeah. That's
It had 250 hit points. After Suma's last barrage of attacks, it had 218. Without Wails of the Grave, it would have been a 248 damage, but with the Wails of the Grave, Alok, you expend the soul trinket in your hand, you crush it. How do you take this down?
Well, if it helps, if you want to add anything, the soul trinket came from one of the random guards that Suma and I were fighting in that, when Suma died. If you want to add anything with that.
Oh, absolutely. You fire the bow, hits it right in the forehead. It hobbles back, charging up its lightning bolt once again to fire at Suma and Ruby. And then you see, like, swirling around it, drawing a sword, is that Soul, the one guard that you had knocked down. Takes a sword, and you see, like, in his ghostly visage, armor cracked open, the mark upon his chest in the afterlife vanishes as he plunges his sword into the curse, and it explodes outwards. A vast explosion of dark energy rips throughout the temple, sending the entire thing shaking. But all of you, collectively, managed to defeat this thing. All 250 of its hit points reduced to nothing. We exit out of initiative order as the water slowly begins to recede. Back to normal.
Aye.
What do you guys do now?
Oh boy.
No longer red.
Look around. Everyone's okay.
Great job, team.
Gallet, do you need a hand down there? You good?
You know what? Today I've had actually enough water. Yeah,
Okay, come on
would-
out.
I'd like.
I think, yeah.
You know, I love the water, I do, but once you breathe in that blood, whatever that water is, it's
yeah, you're
rough.
getting a little pruny, so.
Yeah,
We were on the
yeah.
seas for so long. I love when we get to land to get away from the water for just a little bit. It's really
Yeah,
unfortunate that
that's.
this happened here, but
So, Zuma,
Yeah.
your dad didn't seem like the worst guy.
I assume you're being sarcastic.
Uh,
Well, you saw.
I stabbed him twice, and the first one I
Yeah.
couldn't show you, but Gwaine looked like he was able to convince him that there's only two options: do this, and he gets like this island gets to be extremely prosperous, and you're in a leading position, and the other is everything's on fire. I don't think your dad. I don't know if he's the smartest because he got swindled pretty bad,
Yeah.
but you could have worse parents.
should we be looking for them?
You could.
Yeah, well, yes, I don't doubt that he got swindled. But I suppose I ought to really just see if they're okay.
Remember how he held you when you were a baby?
This is rare, but it's strong arms. It feels nice.
Galad, on the nat one fail from Eru, you also just tangentially in the back of your mind have a lot of Suma Goo Goo Gaga moments just floating around in there.
Yeah.
I'll poke my head out of the room.
I'm proud of my boy.
What are you talking about? What?
You what? Okay.
Let's go check in on him.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys make your way out outside of the temple, see what all is going on, and you walk out to a sight that is a bit startling. These grounds, which were once heavily patrolled, seem now incredibly deserted. Off in the distance, you can see hovering in the air the Gale, legendary pirate ship that you guys have enlisted the aid of earlier. It seems to be launching fire on the warships below. But all the guards here seem to have left to help assist in that fight. Before long, you wander the grounds and you spot where your mother has taken your father. She has his head in her lap, and you see she's like leaned up against the wall, his head in her lap, just like looking completely exhausted, obviously having spent some time in a prison, and her caring for him seems to be strained by that experience. You look at her and you can tell like there's a part of her that knows like this is her husband and he did a bad thing, and she doesn't want him to be dead, but also isn't sure how to feel about all the bad things that he did do. Just that regardless of it all, she didn't want him to die, and isn't sure what can be done at this point. She looks up at you, Suma. She says, "He's breathing, but barely."
I'll lean over him and just sort of like take over the caring sort of part, like move him over to lean on my shoulder so that she can have a moment to breathe.
Yeah, she
Let me do
curls
that
up a little bit away and like tries to catch her breath from what she's witnessed. And the rest of you kind of come and gather as well.
What? What now?
have no idea. What he started here, what he helped Gawain start here, cannot be undone. There are people here, children here on this island, whose hands will never quite fully heal. Palms will bear the burns and scars of those experiments the rest of their life.
I am earlier or last night, around the time just before Papa changed, did you experience anything strange? Did you see anyone?
Now that you mention it, nothing quite so profound. I could have sworn last night I felt a presence, a familiar one, but I couldn't quite put my finger on.
Oh, there's so much to fill you in on. I don't even know where to start. But I guess the place to start is my friends and I here have
Right,
been
hello.
working against Gawain and his master for a while now. And I'll just sort of
how is that been
introduce
going?
them all again.
He looks directly at you, Ruby, and she goes, is he eating? Has he been eating?
Some bed and breakfast sometimes.
Oh,
Could eat more though.
is that a customary dwarven dish?
No, it's a Suma dish.
Oh,
Very Suma dish.
I didn't know you'd taken up cooking to that extent.
Yes, well,
Great.
I had to feed someone else, not just myself. So
Of
I know how to
course.
make noodles mostly, but
And did I ever get the chance to catch all of your names?
I believe I did tell her all of their names when we first met.
Right, right. Looks at all of you and she says,
Captain, first mate.
from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for keeping my son safe. He can be a bit reckless at times.
Yeah,
I think that's
yeah, he can.
It's his
Wouldn't
reckless
say that only.
I
Sorry.
lean in a bit. Did he have like any kind of worrying streak while growing up? Like, just wondering. Got into too many fights or something?
Well, just, whenever he got it into his head that doing something was the right thing to do, I think regardless of potential danger, he would go and do it. I recall one time a dog had gotten lost in a forest and he thought he heard it somewhere and he crawled through a briar bush for quite some time. Came out with quite a number of scratches, but with the dog safely in tow.
I do have the scars from that. Quite faded
Yes,
now, but
and I mean, folks around here called him Bush Boy for quite a while.
Oh
Oh,
no.
oh,
It all
suddenly
comes
everything starts to make
together.
sense.
Makes sense now.
Not to his face, but I did hear of some people saying that.
Thank you for never telling me about that. I don't think I would have recovered.
Well,
But,
I didn't want you to know. People thought so ill of you. I mean, what sort of person comes out of a bush?
Yeah.
That's it's just
well, I don't
barbaric
know.
behavior.
Okay.
Yeah.
Utter nonsense. And you see, she says, she looks down. She breaks this brief moment of levity with like kind of a glance down at Lord Eru, and she says, "The Isles must know of his deed. I will not
Yes.
stand, and I doubt you would either, to see them washed away, regardless of what he might have changed his mind about at the very end." You see, she reaches up and touches her cheek, and she says, "He did not mean to kill, but he did not hold back on any of you."
I don't know what you all will decide, but I hope he is held accountable in every way that he can be. And I am glad that he broke free of the curse in the end, but the fact that it was a conscious choice that he made, I think, I'll be honest, I wasn't surprised. And sorry to say that, because I know that you love him, and I do in my own way, but
She looks at him and she says, "I'm not sure I quite know who he is anymore. Became at the end. What visions he saw, what dreams he had. I just know that I wasn't a part of them. Not in any way that I would consent, that is." And you see she stands, but as at this moment we are a household yet. Looked upon, at least in this moment, as the leaders of this island. We will, of course, return back to the old ways, to the council. I'd rather think that perhaps we should make the distinction of major and minor less of a distinction. There will be diplomacy and bureaucracy to be had.
Mm.
I'm sure you want no part of it, knowing you.
Well, you know, I got a little better at that lately. Not much, but a little bit. But
She's just smiles at that.
I unfortunately I still have at least one more crucial bit of business to take care of.
And what might that be?
I don't know how much Gawain told you about us, about the journeys that we were on, and I guess specifically what I left Pelea to do. Did he tell you?
He rather implied that you were running around with a bunch of pirates, causing a
Not
ruckus
untrue.
along in every island that you ended up appearing in. He mentioned, for example, that no more than a few months had passed after you left Lagan that it had been burned to a crisp.
Was, I think, quite recently after we left. Couldn't have been more than a couple of weeks. I am here not alone, but without crucial part of my heart. My daughter.
You see, he nods at that, says, "Not been able to find her."
I know where she is, Mama. I've found her, I think. All that's left is to get there. And I'm remembering now, in a terrible flashback, that Gawain knows where she is now, too. That presence you felt last night, he felt it, and he was able to see where she is. I don't know if he knows who or anything like that, but he's headed there, and I have to stop him before he gets there, and I suddenly don't
She
know
raises
what
up
is
a
happening.
hand. She says, "And what are you still doing standing here?"
But I just turned to everyone else. I'm like, what are we doing? Oh, I just have just big puppy dog eyes on, like, what are we gonna do?
Well, weren't we initially going here to get Gwaine?
Uh,
I think we missed our moment if that was the accurate thing.
Well, we can
There was
while you're
stuff about the
catching up.
Feywild, and there was
Yeah,
stuff
no,
about
yeah,
the arcane
Feywild for sure.
engine.
And Zuma, in one of in when I cut him, there was a pillar written in Sylvan that looked very magical, and it looked like it was here. Do you know what that is?
or have I ever encountered something like that?
Um, I think that given that Eru failed that check so miserably on that one, I'm gonna say that vision to you, Gallet, was so clear that you could probably guide Suma there.
Okay, never
Just
mind.
remembering.
I see that. I see that really high tree over there. Got it. Never mind.
Oh.
What was the other part? Yeah, we. Hey, Miss Lady Alma Mama Alma Lorelei. You know how to get to the
Okay.
Feywild from here?
The Feywild. Well, very few outsiders know of this, but when the Sunrise Isle, when night falls on the Sunrise Isle, we vanish from the realm that all the other islands are connected. But we do not go to the Feywild directly. We enter into a sort of in-between state. Halfway there, halfway not. I suppose, though I don't know exactly how one would cross over without the use of some powerful magic, this would be as good a place as any to do it.
How high is the sun up in the sky?
It's still just, maybe half an hour past sunrise. Maybe an hour past sunrise. You're also aware that there's a battle happening at the dock.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
we're sort of pooped. Like, oh crap, the kids!
They weren't on the ship, but we should go back
We
for
should
them.
still check on them. Oh,
Yes.
oh god, my other kids! I take out my sending stone. Hey, are you guys okay? Just checking in.
Who would be holding it, I guess?
I'll be Simon.
Simon's like, hi, doing good. We're you hear like explosions to the sending stone in the background. Just doing a little bit of fighting. We're doing okay though. Catch you later. It's just and you see him like the last few words of the sending are him muttering the verbal component to a spell.
They've got it handled. But I always worry.
I mean, we do need to go to the Feywild eventually, but we okay. Gawain has to be stopped before he can make it to Castelmond, because quite apart from her being my daughter, she's also a giant arcane battery, and I would like to see her not corrupted by Gawain. So, because the top hat on that curse is gonna be insane.
The biggest top hat.
The
top hat that encircled the world.
I have a crazy idea, and I'm not even going to say what it is until I ask you a question, Mama. Do you have, like, a catalog of teleportation circles?
A catalog of teleportation circles? That is a hot. That's.
I haven't been subscribed to that for years.
The yellow pages.
Not exactly light reading.
No, I'm specifically wondering about one to Ravenhall Academy. if you have it.
You see, she says, unfortunately, I don't. Nothing of the sort.
Suma,
Worth checking.
I might. In the book. does it-
Also, Dumas might is my other thought,
no.
but
You see, she says, however, as I understood it, in the latter days of your father's infatuation with this quest, he had been in perusal of a lot of old statues and monoliths of the sort, magical in nature, I believe. You see, she goes, nods to you, God, like you were mentioning, obelisk. I don't know if they hold any teleportation circles, but perhaps they may. If there is one, there might be one for this island.
do you think I could take a look at what he had?
Yes, of course. And you see, she says, she looks at all of you, and she says, "Help me get him to the infirmary, and I will get you what you need."
Oh, I still have my dragon because it lasts an hour.
Oh, hello! I forgot you were there.
And it
How
has
did
a
we-
strength
yeah.
of 19, so I think it just like picks up my
Oh,
father
well,
in
be
its
gentle, or
talons.
maybe don't. I don't know. You're able to carry your father off to the infirmary to the probable shock of everybody working there. And she goes, "All right." And she walks you over to like your father's, like she walks you all the way back to the Lai family estate to your father's like office, and kind of like rummages through and produces like a map of the Sunrise Isle with some notable locations like marked down upon it. She says, "I don't know if you guys are going to do this right away or like stay. Perhaps you all look
Don't
exhausted."
know.
We look a little rough.
We should probably sleep before we do much of anything else. But I do want to
See,
take a look at these.
she says, "They're yours to peruse. If I were to propose a plan, not to mother you any more than I already have, I would like to hold a ceremony tomorrow or night for, well, in recognition of all the harm that has been done here, in condemnation of those who helped perpetuate it, and, in a way, in celebration of those who helped put an end to it. If you all can spare the time, I'd like you to be in attendance. You all could perhaps take a stab at these magic glyphs or whatever in the morning, and come evening, partake. But if that's not in the cards, if you need to rush out right away, then of course you're welcome to do so.
Can I do some mental math on how long it takes to get to Castellan from here?
I'm gonna bypass this a little bit by saying, you can dilly dally here for like a few days if you get the arcane engine running.
I think we can make the ceremony.
Very good.
If you all
and
are okay with it. I mean,
Yeah,
Speak for
slightly
anyone.
worried about the, the docks to a degree. Like, I know we're butt tired, but like, give me an hour and I'm sort of pretty much fresh again.
No, all those boats are still gonna be there, right? 'Cause
Well,
that's what happens.
only Gawain's ship was getting ready to leave, so they're still here.
so that means it'd be easier for us to, wrap it up if,
Well-
if like, me and Alok, did you get hit once?
Kind of, but then I got healed by Ruby, so it's kind of even out.
So like, give me an hour. Alok's probably already fine. And Ruby and Zuma, you're pretty much tapped out.
Well-
not completely, but definitely not at my
We could,
best.
given an hour, I think we could easily clean up what's remains of the fleet, especially since Gawain's not there. Probably.
Yeah.
I think my assumption is the curse that we just killed probably freed all the people, all the soldiers that were like, inscribed,
Oh,
right?
I hope
Is it
so.
is it like a pyramid scheme?
Maybe. I don't know. That's just
Would
my
I
guess.
have any sort of Arcana knowledge on
It'd be
that?
a weird pyramid scheme if for
You can make an
for
Arcana check.
him.
Mm.
See, because if it didn't, then this will be very hard, even if we're rested up.
On a
Yeah,
13,
no.
hard to say.
Yeah.
This is deep magic
Hard to
here
say.
we're talking about.
Yeah.
You still have that portent, or I don't know if you.
Oh, actually, you know what? I
Yeah,
do,
yeah.
and sure, I'll use it. So that makes it a 23.
22?
On a 23, your understanding of packs like these, that these are individual. I think what you can conclude is the thing that happened with Gawain, that shockwave that was released from all the kids, it was less aimed at Gawain, but aimed at the influence of the Red Wraith in general. And that's why so many people were knocked out. But each of these pacts, the powerful ones anyway, would be pretty individual in nature. However, your mother steps in, and as you guys are discussing, and she says, "If it helps any, as far as I'm aware, most of the folk who made that bargain are on Gawain's ship."
That makes sense.
Is there much you can tell about your finding or like anything about Gwaine or his associates?
I mean, the typical folk, soldiers, some wizards. There's a very tall person with a wolf helmet at one point. Didn't talk much. There was this woman that was with him.
But is she the same one as the one that showed up in the room?
Yes, the very same. Riva, I believe her name was. River?
Yeah.
River?
Yeah, Riva.
River. Is
What
there
was
significance
she like?
to that woman, or what was she like?
Well, her last name used to be the same as mine. So,
Oh, you poor thing. You see her, Suma, you see her physically resist the urge to, enter mom mode.
Uh-huh. I know it well.
She
Yeah.
looks at you, Gallet, and you can watch her measure her words, and she says, "Well, I've seen her type before. She's a climber and a talker. Good with her words. Able to persuade most people of a lot of things, and was often the person doing a lot of the talking to a lot of the recruits. She was very good at it, from as far as I could tell. But you could tell that there was an edge to her. Something hungry. Though hungry for what, without knowing her better, I couldn't say."
yeah, that's from what I remember, that's pretty accurate. I don't know. I haven't spent that much time with her, seeing her as she is. It's really confusing. I thought she was just sort of a mean mom to a degree. But the most worrying thing is none of this is something that I think would be impossible for her to do. But I don't know her that well, so maybe I'm wrong. I've only known her for like 5 years, and like 3 of them I barely.
The mom instinct flares up again, stronger this time. You see, she looks at you, Gallet, and she says, "I understand your pain. One cannot be corrupted any further what they could have already become. All that a man might do. And you can see she kind of like looks down at like the spot where your father had lain. She says, all that a man might do with power is what he always would have done. It is a tough thing to reconcile. Are people only good when they do not have the capacity to do anything else? But she looks at you and she says, but I hope that what you have seen today at least shows you there's always some level of hope. Perhaps not for redemption, but at least for some measure of love to break. It needn't come from you if you do not wish it. But if she can be reached, as my husband was, I would bet my everything that she could be reached by her son.
You know that tall kid she was with?
Yes.
She called him Gallet.
Kid. You said kid.
Yeah,
That was a grown man.
No, that was a 13-year-old.
Very muscular. He was at least 7 feet tall.
13 years old.
Oh, dreadful.
Wow.
I'll
And
take
why
into
might-
consideration.
well, you know, perhaps she missed you and named him after you. Give him that name out of affection.
No, after I stabbed the child, I definitely know that it was not affection.
You stabbed a child. I feel we are
Well,
sort of
We didn't know he was a child at the time.
yeah,
glancing over this child's story.
he was like 7 feet, super ripped.
All right. Anyway, you see, she says, "I will leave you to your duties, whether you go to help fight at the docks, or you take a well-deserved rest. It is up to you." And she looks out the window, out towards the docks, and she says, "But I don't know what it is. I feel like the winds are changing." Looks at all of you, and she says,
Hey, Suma, did you tell your
Yeah.
mom our team name?
Oh, no, I did not.
Go ahead.
"What's
Okay.
happening now?"
Well, we
Go ahead.
glanced over that one too, actually.
I've, hang on, I've got to remember the secret handshake.
This could be the time to change it.
Oh. Are you guys all doing poses? Are you guys doing
No
poses?
time now.
What's happening?
We used
We
to have
are
another guy.
the Fate Fighter Z.
Or
asterisk.
Zed. Hanging on top.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Well, that's lovely. It certainly won't leave
Thank
the
you
mind
so
very
much.
easily. It's
That's a
certainly
bit
the kind of
easier,
thing.
That's
Or you
exactly
sh-
the same voice you used when when I would bring you my old
Right?
drawings that were so terrible.
It's just,
but
you hear it and you go, that sure is a name
it
that I will
you know,
remember.
it's
This is
memorable.
one of the names of all
and
time.
that's what
It's
you can say.
marketable.
Yes, flea markets exist too. Anyway, you see, she says, "Shan't trouble you any longer. I think I need to rest a while myself.
What was it?
Do keep me updated on what you all decide to do.
Thank you, Mama.
Suma, take care, baby boy."
Can I follow her out as she's leaving, just for a sec?
Yeah.
Well, I want to ask you something,
Of course.
and you can tell me if it's too forward. If it's too much, you don't have to answer. But everything with Father, I was worried about you, and we're going to go off and do things, whatever we end up doing. and leaving you with him, and I guess I just... all this time when Azu and I were growing up, and you know, we were just kids. We didn't notice things that I notice now, and you've never been scared of him, have you? He's never done anything to hurt you before this. Have you?
Never. But at the end of the day, I can't say I was too surprised with what he ended up doing with the power he was given. He was like,
Yes.
he was at times a dog barking at the wind.
I'm
Yes.
just a dog. Barking.
Harmless, you think? Safe enough to not keep on a leash? Figure whatever it dreams of chasing, it'll never actually catch. So you never worry about what it would do once it caught it. Well, he caught the wind. He decided to throttle.
Yeah.
Cannot say for certain if that was always within him that was building to this, if I should have seen it coming, if I could have done more to prevent what ended up transpiring, and I don't know if I'll
It's
ever
not-
be able to forgive myself for it.
It's not your fault, Mama. You're nothing to forgive yourself for. It's not. None of it is because of anything that you did or didn't do. Please know that. Trust me, I have been struggling with the urge to blame myself for everything that's happened here, and it's tempting. But we can only control ourselves, not
It's
anyone.
true. But the mess doesn't often care who made it. Only whoever is left to pick up the broom.
I can tell that you're going to do an excellent job with picking up the pieces, but please, if there's ever anything that you need, even if it's not related to Father at all, even if it's just your own happiness, I've been gone for too long. I don't know what your life is like, but I want to be a part of it again, and I'm only ascending away.
She smiles at that, nods, and she says, never blame yourself for not knowing what happened. It is the duty of the fruit to roll far and sprout its own roots. The only thing I need of you is this. I want you to listen to these words, listen to them carefully, and heed them as best as you can.
Okay, preparing my ears.
If there should ever come a time when you must decide between destroying yourself or saving the world, selfish as it is, I'd rather have you. And I'm aware that I'm saying this to perhaps the most stubborn boy who ever lived,
Maybe.
but it's what mothers do.
I know. It's good advice. I appreciate it.
She nods and she says, I feel very tired. There's much sweeping to do in the wake of all this. Return to your companions. They seem like a good bunch.
They really are. I love them so much. I've never told them that before. I think they would think it was weird. But
Perhaps you should. Suma.
you're probably right. As usual.
You never know when it will be the last chance.
I love you, Mama.
I love you too. She's a little kiss on the cheek.
No. Turn around. Go back in.
And make sure you eat more. And then she walks away.
I do. Della's a very good cook.
And you return to your companions. I think I want to close out the session with you guys kind of coming back together in this little like study room that used to belong to Lord Eru. Kind of like coming back together. There's a couple of things you guys could do from here, a couple of tasks you could see to, and if you guys want to do that bit of conversation before we close the session tonight, you are welcome.
We also discuss it over the 2 weeks in Discord. I don't know if you guys are give your mindset.
Question,
I'm up for it, but it's up to you guys.
Would it be enough work that we wouldn't just sort of bypass the dock fight? Like, after an hour from now, and we went from there, is there enough danger to warrant us having to play through that?
You're not gonna have to play through that.
Okay, so we can just take care of that
Yeah.
and then focus on
Yeah.
the obelisk.
We will cover the events, but it will not be a combat.
By the end of it, I will have a much better understanding of a soldier's life and the structure of the military.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have so many
There are lots of
subs,
memories.
like a billion people in your
I
mind.
cannot stop.
Only a bad
yeah.
habit.
Oh yeah, no, it's addictive.
Well, with that being said, then I think that as you guys come back together at the close of that combat and the conversations ensuing, I think we will leave off there with you guys looking forward, like gearing back up to go out and help out at the dock. How do you guys feel?
That was a great session.
Mm.
I'm glad.
Good.
I'm glad you thought so. Mix of things.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for another banger, everybody.
Great.
The bringing Suma into the memory, that was sick.
That was a cool move.
I wish
also
I
really
could
like.
have thought of something, but
No, I'm sorry to put you on the spot. I just felt like
No,
the
it's
kind of thing
okay.
where it might have felt bad if you wanted to do that but couldn't.
I realized I was thinking of a lot of interesting memories about like my childhood, but that he wasn't there for, because I kind of feel like Suma doesn't really know what his perspective on anything is, which is part
Yeah.
of the problem. So, yeah,
I don't know
think it
why
made
I
more sense
didn't
that way.
prep like memories in advance, knowing it was in there.
Now you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So I kind of had to improv like this little Pride Rock moment.
MVP
Yeah.
Vivian for that fight. I just want to
Yeah, the
MVP.
control
Oh, for sure.
water
Like,
was
Yeah.
awesome.
control what?
Any damage.
It doesn't
It's
matter. You prevented so
absurd.
much damage. That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, like
It was awesome.
I mean, it's at the very least it saved my skin, and
Mhm.
also the guy.
100%.
You denied a lot of things that fight, with like teleportations, any other weird water stuff, and then
Yeah,
just
there was gonna be
the
a lot of water stuff happening,
was
and then
huge.
that I didn't realize how big the area of effect for that spell was.
Mm,
It's a very big range. It's very powerful in this
Yeah, it's-
context.
really powerful spell.
Yeah, I had meant for you, for Riva to come in and basically convince Eru to like go apeshit, like kind of like, and take this final stand, realizing he can't convert Suma. But I think the way that it ended up playing out was better than what I had initially intended. I think.
Yeah.
It's a bit more less black and white, I think.
Is it I don't know if it's just my perspective, but was it just me, or does Riva seem to have a similar cadence or rhythm to how she speaks like Gallet? Is that just me? Because while you were
I'm-
speaking as Riva, I was like, oh, that sounds like Gallet's mom. That sounds like that's where
what I was
he'd
going for.
learned.
Do you think it's a coincidence that she's good at persuading people and
Well,
talking?
you know,
No,
just
it's
like
not a
the,
coincidence.
you know, it's I was just thrown off because it was the way she talked to her. I was like, okay, that feels weirdly similar. Like I haven't gotten that vibe from any other character you've played, so I don't know how if that's just me or that was entirely intentional.
No, it was intentional. It was intentional.
Okay,
I was going for like I wanted to cast her in a similar light to Gallet because Gallet has a lot of mixed feelings about her, and I feel like the more similar she is to him, the more drama it is. Like the more like the more it hurts, I feel.
Definitely good stuff happened for like all that mom, like all seeing what a good mom could look like and what she said. I think that's next time Gallet sees Riva, he's gonna be able to talk for sure.
Yeah, this was definitely like my concept for this mini arc. A big part of it was these two characters. I did want to make that comparison. I always knew I was going to bring Gallet's mom in here at this point, which I actually had a long time ago. Pretty much as soon as Gallet, you sent me that thing about Gallet's mom. Sorry, Tylen. About Gallet's mom, I was like, oh, I know where she's going. I know where she's going to be, and I was like, kind of just slotted in here.
So we fought
Painful.
Suma's dad as a boss fight. We're gonna fight Gallet's mom as a boss fight. I am terrified when my parents come in.
Bro, Alok's uncle.
We're gonna be like level
It's a tag
18
team.
and
Yeah, they're gonna actually be the Red Race. Just so happens.
secret dragons.
You guys think we skipped?
Their side.
Exactly. Exactly. You think we skipped Ruby, but actually her little brother is gonna come back with a vengeance.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, he
Right,
didn't
right,
seem
right.
like that kind of.
My
guy.
Raga.
I feel like her trying to
Yep.
make up with her mom and like be cool with each other. I feel like that was enough of a boss fight. It was like that was a low level boss.
It was an
fight.
emotional.
It was an
boss.
emotional boss fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Chino,
Cool.
we've all grown spectacularly from this session. I
What
think
did you
this is a
say?
milestone, in my opinion,
I
of
don't know.
course.
Gallet got kind of like
Dude.
rocked around. Maybe Gallet lost a level actually.
Well, let's be honest. Let's be honest. I can lower my intelligence, heighten my constitution.
I
Yeah.
think
Hmm.
I need time to think about it.
Suma has grown so much.
feel like
and I am proud of my
we-
boy.
Didn't we like level up recently? I guess like
I
in
feel like
our
I thought
No,
it was-
no.
Fairly
no.
recent.
It was a nah.
Was
Nah.
it the volcano? Was that when we last leveled up?
You leveled up after
Yeah.
the volcano.
Yeah, we
So it has been, which this has been all of it. I think.
been level 9 for that long.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
been
I
so
just-
long.
After, I think after
Oh.
Castelmond
Okay.
is the level. I'll think about it though. I'll think about it. I'm definitely changing the pace of the campaign. Like we wrapped this up and it was a long time wise, but I think session wise, this arc wasn't very long. I think it was
Yeah.
like
Oh,
5,
yeah.
6 sessions. I
We're
think.
gonna just wrap up real quick.
Yeah, it's just gonna be the traditional. You know me, I have to have a big banquet at the end of every arc.
Yeah.
Yeah, always gonna have a party at the end.
Oh, okay.
I was
so
gonna have.
this is-
That's
I didn't realize
that's
it
how
was
you know an
level
arc is ending.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to keep them more shorter arcs. I think is what I'm aiming for.
I do hope that at the very end of all of this, when we beat the Red Wraith, because everyone knows we're gonna win. Once we do that, we have a massive banquet, and then you're finally like, all right, guys, thanks for playing. But wait, and then you pull out all of it like Simon does betray us. I would
Simon.
love. I would
Simon
Simon
love
betrays
that.
you.
Have you encountered the green wraith yet?
Gotta go through all the colors.
We're gonna get to the end. We're gonna kill the Red Wraith, and it'll be like, okay, that was finally the end of Act 1. Or Arc
All
1.
right,
Alright,
all right, guys, that's the prologue.
So
You
now
know
we
we
get
are
into the
gonna
real
kill
story.
gods, right? Come on.
All right,
Yeah,
guys,
I'm into it.
I gotta go.
Mhm.
But thank you all for
Mhm.
a lovely session. I hope you guys have a great break. and I'll see you all during the wrap up. I don't know if I'll
Boy.
do a stats thing for this.
Yeah.
Maybe
It
after the
went
next one,
quick.
we'll do like a
It feels
2 arc
fair.
stats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who did the
Yeah.
most damage? Yeah.
Me too.
Ruby.
Wait, what'd you say, Viv?
We gotta do our zodiac thing too.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
Zoe.
need to go back
Oh
and go back.
yeah,
I was thinking
there's a
about
whole
that.
thing.
You gotta go back to
Something like
Gobland.
that.
We should
obviously.
either take
Gobland.
them all or destroy them all.
Yeah.
At the very least, we should touch them at least once.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
So we get the achievement.